I'm so honored to be co-hosting with my friend here. And can we get a word from you?
Of course. You can get a word from me. How many words would you like me to give?
Probably two. Just
Two.
One. Just one, two.
L-O-I. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get some feedback, some responses? Let's know you're here with us. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Not loud enough. Not loud enough. I heard from this table.
Coffee.
I would like to get some more from that table. Oliver, can you check them out? Are they responding?
Which table?
Good morning. That one.
This one?
Yes, this one. Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
Why is your voice so loud? Where's the energy? Do we need some more coffee, some tea? Breakfast is outside. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Let's do this. Louder, more energy. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Aha, that's more like it. That's more like it. We're getting alive now. Okay, just as my co-host, Miss Oliver, said, we are happy, we're honored to welcome you all to this special occasion of Road to Success 4.0. My name is Scott Afolabi, and today, just like you all, I'm here as well. Apart from being the host, the co-host, I'm also here to position myself for success. The organizers of this event have put in a whole lot of work to make sure every single one of us that have come here today will be living filled with a lot of knowledge, a lot of information, and I'm sure you all will have a wonderful time. Right? Are you ready for today, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my goodness, brother, I love you. Thank you. Thank you so much. What's your name?
My name's Adam. I just have to say, look at how fly this guy looks with the red tie, the red glasses. He looks amazing, doesn't he?
They said I look amazing. You don't agree, huh? That's why you're not responding. Do I not look amazing? Yeah. Oh, see? I think I'm just going to find a chair on this table because it looks like these are the only people that have come. See, they're offering me one. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, you're most welcome, and we look forward to you having a wonderful time today. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So where are we? I was connecting to Wi-Fi. So I'm so happy to see some industry players, great industry players in the room. I recognize some faces on this table. Hello, Eddie. And the chosen one from Virgin Radio, Adam. I met you. You know you're a celebrity now. You are. Literally, I met you and I'm like, hey, Adam, right? How does that feel? And of course, Richard from Loving Dubai, Augustus Media. And the reason why we're here, the head of this show, Lady Mayowa. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give her a round of applause? I think she's done an amazing job bringing us all here together. The journey of Road to Success is incredible. I think we're all here because we agree to that, right? Right. Yes, right? It's amazing because when you get to read into depth of why we're here, why Road to Success, the fact that it's about job creation and giving opportunities to so many experts, especially African experts in the UAE, it's something that we really, really needed. Trust me. I wish 7 years ago when I moved to Dubai, I wish we had something like this, right? So a place where you can meet people and get to know about how they managed to succeed in Dubai, how they are living in Dubai, how they managed to start up their businesses in Dubai, and so on. So this is a great place to be. So I think we're going to get started very shortly because most of our speakers are here and we are actually behind schedule. So when we're ready, we are going to have the national anthem. I don't know if my DJ is ready for that. Just, Mr. DJ, give us a bit of some music and then we can When we're ready, we will start with the national anthem and proceed with the event. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Aha. I'm back again. I'm back again. I am back again. Okay. Which word would I use to describe these wonderful people filled with so much energy? I'll think about it and come back to you. But I need you all to know on this table, I want them to be jealous now. I need you all to know on this table that you are making my morning so beautiful. And on that note, I would love to encourage the people on every other table as well to imitate this, so that you also can make my morning and I can make your morning as well. Are we together? Okay, now, okay. I see you. Bring it on. Yeah, please. Let's do one thing. So today we're talking about success, right? Because today's event is all about success, right or not. We are here to know about people's success stories. We're here to learn about their success stories. We are here to hear and learn from the challenges they've met with and that they have overcome, right or wrong, and to also, grow ourselves. Therefore, it is important to know what success means to each and every one of us. Success has different definitions to everybody, right or wrong. So I would love to hear from you all.
The reason why I'm standing here is I want to get started with this gentleman right here.
Exactly.
Give us a definition of success, please.
To you.
Yeah, thank you very much. To me, success...
sorry to interrupt you. Would like to hear your name, just a very brief about you, your name, what you do, and what success means to you. In 1 minute only.
Okay. My name is Emmanuel Obi, and I'm a professional. I'm a technology professional. I deal in softwares. And for me, success, it means fulfillment. Having fulfillment of whatever trade or business that you choose to engage in. Having the passion, waking up every morning, have the passion to go to that business, to go to that job, and you feel satisfied and fulfilled.
Wow.
That's
wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please put hands together for him?
I love that. I do love that. But I just want to ask you,
please.
What is success to you?
Oh, wow. What is success to me?
Shouldn't get back to you.
For me, you see the smile on each and every single person's face here tonight, today, this morning, means success to me. That's my starting point of success, being able to engage you all, entertain you, make sure you are having a wonderful time. alongside my co-MC, my co-host, Miss Oliver here today. That's one
So
of my
I am your
successes.
definition of success. Thank you. I can take that. So I have one of my favorite designers here, Dami from Osalu Couture. I want you to tell us, give us your definition of success.
Hi everyone, I'm Damilola and a fashion entrepreneur. My definition of success is clarity. Clarity of purpose, clarity of the next 3 months of my life, whether in business, my family, or in any of my endeavors. Thank you.
Love that, love that. Thank you very much. Do you have
We can applaud her for sharing her success definition with us.
I'm coming to you, right to you.
We'll come to you.
So I'm here with Adam, the chosen one. Please, I'm going to call you that. You know that, right? Okay. Adam, the chosen one. So what is success to you?
I feel like you can find different ways of success, different areas of your life, but my personal definition, if you're around good people, you wake up happy, you do what you love, and there is always something new happening, exciting happening, you're looking forward to something, I think that's success. That's
Oh my God. Adam, how old are you, if you don't mind?
I'm 18, but I look 28.
No, you were so smart. Like, he just gave, I think, one of the best answers. I mean, I don't mean the other ones were not good, but for a 18-year-old, your definition of success at 18, I think you have a bright future ahead of you. So thank you very much. Round of applause for our chosen one. So.
You have a volunteer over there.
Oh, okay. Miss Success. We're looking for success. Are we all successful here? Are we? So, some people are scared of success. Please give it to me. Okay, so what is your definition of success?
Hi, my name is Inkiru, and to add on to what Adam said and everyone else has said, I believe success is what you make of it. Because every step of your achievement, you cannot define particularly that moment as being successful, because we want to move on to the next, right? So every stage of your career journey, every stage of your life path, every stage that you've taken to get to where you are today could be a definition of your success. So I say success is what you make of it. Thank you.
Success is what
Thank
you
you.
make of it. Now, you did something to me earlier, Miss Oliver, and I have decided to repay the favor.
What do you want to shoot?
What does success mean to you? And I need you to come forward, by the
All
way.
the answers.
Yes, I want everyone to
combined.
see you and hear you.
All the answers combined, every speaker has said it. Success, but success to me means, how can I put it? So for me, my life journey, I have been serving beyond self and seeing that I can impact communities, lives, girls and women, especially in my country, because I run a foundation which is called Oliver Nakakande Foundation. So the impact that I create in other people's lives is success to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess we can celebrate Miss Oliver, ladies and gentlemen. We can. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you very
please.
much.
Yes, please.
So we are here today. This is, I believe, the 4th edition
Absolutely.
of Road to Success Seminar. So we are on the road to success. We are, I hope, did anyone carry their, is anyone looking for a job? If you are, this room is full of CEOs, entrepreneurs, recruiters, HRs. They're all here. So make sure you communicate. Say hi to your neighbor, because you never know, right? Right? So you don't take your neighbor too seriously. Like, say hi, okay? Because if you don't get to know who they are, you know, you will never get to know. Maybe tomorrow in the news you will see and they'll talk about you were sitting next to a very important person and you didn't say hi. So please talk to each other, say hello. In fact, I don't know if you should just say good morning to everybody and shake hands. It's very good. Yeah, do it.
I think that's a good starting point.
Very good starting point.
Yes, network is one of the things we're here for. So let's have ourselves say hello to each other. Please say good morning to the person seated beside you. We want to hear you. Say good morning.
Say it back.
Yes, please, let's exchange handshakes. Please, please, good morning.
Okay, great. So the reason why we're here again, I will remind you all over again. The seminar is to give us chances, opportunities to job opportunities, to work, to actually connect us to the to this, professional world as experts in Dubai, especially UAE in general, especially Africans. And for me, this is such a personal cause because I remember when I moved here, finding work was really hard for me. Telling people that, hey, I'm all the way from Uganda. The first things people ask you, do you have experience? What do you bring on the table and all these things? So this seminar is very, very, very important for all of us, especially the fact that we get to share our stories and actually inspire those that are going to, hoping to move to the UAE and find work. So a round of applause again to our host, Lady Mayowa. You've done an amazing job. I think.
Well, what can I think other than to continue?
Another game, another challenge?
No, I think now we're just going to go into the event proper.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And on that note, we will be starting with the national anthem.
Yes, please. So may we please rise and sing the national anthem. Thank you.
Okay. Can we have the national anthem, please?
Do we have anyone that knows how to sing the UAE national anthem? Because I have no idea. I would have done it. Okay. Can we get a volunteer?
I would have sang it for you all, but then my voice, huh. Do we have a volunteer? Someone with an angelic voice?
Mr. DJ, are we almost ready? Okay, good.
Okay, so while we are waiting for that to get set, can we start to hear from our speakers? Before we start to know the success stories of our speakers and everyone that are going to be speaking to us today, we would like to also know, okay, we're going to skip that. Our national anthem is ready. So ladies and gentlemen, can we have you on your feet again? Thank you. Don't
You may take your seats. Okay, so we have officially...
Can we please invite CK to the stage? Ladies and gentlemen, please
Round of
applaud her as she
applause.
comes. Thank you, thank you. Make welcome for CK. Hi. Good morning. We are honored to have you. Welcome.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Can you hear me? Perfect. My name is CK the Six, and I'm a spoken word artist today. So I'm gonna take you on a quick journey. All right, I'm just waiting for the DJ to go ahead. Okay, so I'll just do it without the music. I'll take you on a quick journey. All right, just I say with my eyes closed. I know you might not understand it, but I want to show you the things I see with my eyes closed. I am an achiever. I walk into every room as if the ultra-modern architecture was made specifically for me. I am a believer. I stand apart from the crowd. I have taken my time to construct my foundation so that I have credibility. I've done whatever it takes to make sure that, like it or not, you will see me visibility. I came to Dubai with a dream. I was all alone without a team. I had nothing but my travel bag and a mind full of hopes and wishes. I was so terrified, overwhelmed with fear of humiliation and failure. He said, she said, I'd been racing terror. What would they say if I tried this? Panic attack, confusion, breathe. You're in Dubai, a place where preparation meets opportunity. A place where dreams turn to realities. A place where you can become all that you see in your fantasies. A place where great sacrifices were made so I could be here, so you could be here. So why we're here, remember why you're here. Yes, setbacks and pain do occur, but in this lifetime, why not express all that you can be? Seize every opportunity so that you can see yourself in places and positions where you can be free. Free from, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. Free from, I'm waiting for this person to do this thing for me. Free from all the things they promised and didn't do. Free from all the things they say that aren't true. Listen, all that is has already been, and all that will be has been before. You know that dream that you want? You need a mentor. Listen to the people who have done it before. They will give you the keys to elevate your career. Tenacity, determination, and resilience are represented here. Richard Fitzgerald made it very clear that words show who someone wants to be, but actions show who someone is. So show us who you are. Act. Prove to the world that the sky is not the limit, but a starting point. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you very much, CK. Thank you. So much talent here. We have so much talent as Africans, honestly. And you know what? I wish I could sing or at least maybe dance, but I can't do any of those things. But I can play basketball. I'm a very good basketballer, and actually other sports as well. I used to play netball.
Wow.
You know, yeah, so I'm very, very good, but I'm not going to show you my skill right now. So thank you very much.
Would you like to invite?
Oh, do you have any talent?
I have a lot of talent. What are you talking about?
What do you, okay, make this paper disappear right now.
Which one?
This paper, you
The
can.
one who said I will snatch it. Ladies and gentlemen, please put all your attention here at the moment as you're about to witness something completely extraordinary. Are you ready?
I have 1,000 dirhams in cash.
Okay. Zoom. Zoom. I changed my mind. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, moving forward, we would like to request something from you because this part of the event today is very special. All right? And what is the request we would like to make from you is the next person we are inviting today, the person we are inviting right now, is a key person, is very important. And once we invite her, we would love by all means, whatever you're doing, to please pause for a little bit and give her all the ovation, all the cheers, all the clap, all the noise, everything, all right? Are we ready to do this? Who are we inviting, Oliver?
Well, I don't know where to start, but she is the reason why we're here.
Exactly.
The co-founder of Road to Success Seminar.
Exactly.
She is so many things. She's a journalist.
Yes.
She's a mother. She's
Exactly.
a wife.
Uh-huh.
She's stunning. Look at her.
Uh-huh.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's invite, with a very big round of applause, Lady Mayo.
Ovation, ladies and gentlemen. Ovation, ovation, ovation. Yes, please. Yes, please. Make some noise for Lady Mayowa. Make some noise for Lady Mayowa, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. How are we feeling? Yes. Come on. I mean, I know it's not LA, and I know, yeah, I'm looking a bit in my event planner mode, but how are we feeling? Good. No, it's low. How are we feeling? Okay, that's better. I can take that. Thank you so much, everyone. Can we give a round of applause to Oliver and Scott? I think they're handling this, holding it down. Thank you. So I do have a little speech, but you know, I'm going to skip that. If you want to read my speech, open this tiny little book and you read that. At start, we're apologizing for the late start. This is the latest we've ever started because I'm a stickler for time. I'm obsessed with it, but events and how they go. So thank you so much for your patience, for your understanding. Thank you for being here, all our speakers, everyone who supported us, everyone who said, you know what, I think what they're about to do, you know, it's good stuff. Let's go there. Thank you. I promise you, you will have an amazing time today. Our speakers are, you know, I feel like a chef. The way we've curated the speakers, it's like when Chef Izu puts, you know, his whole Michelin, I don't know, do they have 5-star Michelin thing? That's what we've put together. So be open. I do believe that people are going to get crazy, groundbreaking ideas from today's event. So stay open-minded, have fun. The first time we did this, a bunch of people got jobs in the room. We didn't plan that. So imagine the possibilities when we come together. The energy is right. And I'm so glad for those who are watching online, everyone in the room, this is me saying welcome. Have a great time. And I'll hand over to our MCs. Oh, actually, I get the honor, actually, to introduce our first, that's me in my MC mode now. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. This guy came to Dubai with, I don't know how many dollars, but he's managed to build a media company worth millions of dollars. And I know you want that, because I want that too. Please welcome CEO Augustus Media, but if you know Love in Dubai, that's the guy behind it. Welcome to the stage, Road to Success Seminar 4.0, Richard Fitzgerald.
Talented. That's boxing MC intro. Thanks, Lady Mayo, and great to be here this morning. I love the theme of this event. I love the theme of the conference, Road to Success, and also I think it's even more pertinent that people are giving up their Saturday mornings to be at something like this. I've got a presentation, if we can put it up on the slides, and if we can get the clicker, just help me get through it faster. But yeah, before I start, I came to Dubai in 2012. I was 28. I didn't have any savings, really. I was in London. I had long hair. I had a single-speed bike living in Shoreditch. And, you know, I wasn't really... I wasn't... you know, other than kind of working hard, I wasn't really planning for the future or anything. And I worked with a big agency here, and then 3 years in, I set up Love in Dubai in 2015. And I've been doing a podcast, and actually Lady Mayo has been doing a podcast in our studios as well for this event. And the guest that she's been having on and that I have on the podcast that I do, it's a business podcast. What I've been noticing lately is that a lot of the speakers I'm inspired by are the guests in the show. There seems to be a common theme. They're all about 10 years in. We haven't heard of them because they've had their head down for 10 years and they don't have many PR agencies and things like that. And now they're sort of getting some PR agencies and they're sort of telling their story. And it's really remarkable that, like, there was a guy on yesterday who has Pepe's fast food chain in the UK. He opened them in Birmingham before anyone did, and now he opened them in UAE. And he's got 7 or 8 stores. He's built it up really big. And there's stories like that that, you know, they just sort of come out of nowhere without really a fresh idea. And 10 years in, they've got really something special. So message there is just to start without having a really good idea. I know I've only got 15 minutes. I've got about 20 slides, but I'm going to stand in the middle so you can see the slides if they just put it up. So, yeah, you had it there. Yeah, so that's Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is a finance guy, kind of outside of my sector, but I refer to him a lot because he's always about like compounding and things building up over time. And he's also got a nice quote about media. So there's no substitute for local newspaper that's doing its job. The reason that he likes media and newspaper as business is because once you produce one, so once you write the content, you just have to print it out again. So the distribution is never ending. So, and it's also got a really price elasticity. So you can increase the prices all the time. Netflix keep increasing their prices and things like that. So he really likes the business model, but he doesn't think that people have figured out the media nowadays. But in the past, he's owned Washington Post and a few other things. Let's try and go a little bit fast. Where do I point the clicker? Which, at you? This way? Not you? Which way do I point it? I do. What? Okay. Yeah, media in the Middle East is relatively new. Okay, I think I'll just put my hand up every time to change slide. Okay. Media in the Middle East is relatively new. Nope, that's not working either. So basically, the slides hopefully will catch up. But you know, building a media company in the Middle East, I had no one to look up to really. I had no one to sort of go, hey, they've done that before. Like even Rupert Murdoch or any of these guys, no one has done it. And even in the Arab world, they haven't really built pan-Arab media companies. There's TV stations, but they actually don't even go to the other countries. So there's not many examples. And why is that? Like, media is so new. So recently I was in Alexandria, Iskandariya, and I saw this in the bibliothèque, the library. This is one of the first printing presses in the Arab world. That's in about early 19th century. And the first newspaper in Egypt was in 1828. People who know the history of the printing press, it dates back to the 14th, 15th century, the Gutenberg printing press. The Ottoman Empire actually banned the printing press for 200 or 300 years. So it wasn't in the region, right? And then so some of the next slides are, which way do I point it? Oh, I think we're good. Yeah. So that's the first newspaper. And then Asharq Al-Aswad is a newspaper by SRMG, Saudi Research and Marketing. That's from 1975. So the first kind of newspaper in Saudi Arabia was 1975, 200 years after the Times in the UK, 1775. Imagine the difference in that time. The first printing press in Riyadh was only in 1953. So it's incredible how relatively new, like if we're pointing out 2023, like in 100 years' time, we're at the start of media. The problem with media is that you can't, as I said, we've no one to look up to who's done it, but we can't copy playbooks in the past. We can't say, hey, MTV, let's do that. ESPN, let's do that. Because media is so fragmented and changing all the time. So, sorry about this. And yeah, and you know, there's a real opportunity, the evolution of media, the fragmentation of it, like with digital, and like with the region sort of understanding how media fits within the constitution and within the culture here. There's a real opportunity. So, and Dubai wanting to be a media capital of the region with the Arab Media Forum and many things like this. So I don't know if I spotted that, but in 2015 I was a bit restless. I was in company. I always left companies if they didn't match my ambition, and I always thought I would set up a real-time social media agency. Okay, what way will I point it? Because I'm going to have, let's see if I can do it from here. And a friend of mine had set up Love in Dublin, so I reached out to him and I signed a 10-year area development to set up Love in Dubai. No one had heard of Love in Dubai, yet I was paying him and that group $20,000 a year just for the license, right? And every other city would have been $40,000. Change slide. So what we did, we set out and we wanted to be the modern media company of choice in the region. We picked 22 Arab League countries, Arabic-speaking countries. I had a bit of exposure in a previous role, so that was the map that we wanted to fill. And we started with a franchise. Change slide. This is what it looked like with a bit of press in the UK. So Love in Dubai started in September 2015, and it had a lot of page views. Change slide. At the start. A year and a half in, we weren't really making money, but we had a lot of audience, and we started to get a bit of traction. We were getting social media agency stuff as well at the same time. And then 7 days, a newspaper was shutting down. Reached out to the owner, the CEO, who was selling off the assets, bought the assets from them, put them on top of Love in Dubai, and our page views went from about 750,000 in December 2016 to 1 million in January 2017. And we reached 3 million by June 2017, when there was big stories happening in the region at that time. Change slide. I shouldn't have done the slides. All right. And then, you know, there was different milestones over the years. There was 1 million fans on Facebook. There's 1 million followers on Instagram, and it's now grown to 20 cities across the region with 1 billion views a year on social media and stuff like that. Change slide. So that's what it looks like with local news. This is Instagram, but you can just see the growth and the speed of the growth. Like when people arrive in the city, they follow Love in Dubai, and people tell them to follow it before they come. And it's really become a community. The videos everyone sends us of their life stories, and we really say we're about communities, not companies. Like we just do news in a different way. Change slides. So this is our office in Riyadh. We're the first foreign-owned media company in Saudi Arabia in 2017. I was at a MISC media forum, and you know, even in my last role, people would tell me, hey, you need a partner. There was like a lot of the sales houses there were run by media innovators from Lebanon, and they were saying that we needed a partner. We didn't. We sort of went straight in, and from forums like that, we recruited the people, 3,000 Saudi media graduates, and we built a team over there, and we have the biggest shows on social media over there. I'll show you a bit more. Change slide. So that's what it looks like in Love in Saudi, Bil Arabi. That famous photo in London, I actually met the guys who took that photo this week. But yeah, so that's what Love in Saudi looks like. If we can play the next slide, can we play the video? So this is Princess Rima bin Bandar Al Saud. She's the ambassador to the US. And this is her talking about Love in Saudi, about how we celebrate what great stories that comes out of Saudi Arabia, particularly about females being successful. We won't get audio on that, but let's keep going. Yeah, change slide. And you know, the irony of like how the West views the region is quite interesting. Like I saw this headline recently that Western newspapers have abandoned Iraq. So you know, that was in reference to the head of the New York Times leaving the bureau there. And at the very same time, we were setting up, change slide, we were setting up Love in Baghdad with a journalist on the ground. And you can play the video if it works. So, you know, it's further to the point about, you know, now all the Western world is covering this region just to do a conflict, because that's all they ever covered. And with New York Times pulling out of Baghdad, it's because there's no conflict to recover anymore. So it just goes to show, like I heard a podcast about the terrible atrocities that are happening in Gaza at the moment, that Washington Post, almost self-congratulatory, are saying that they've got 12 journalists in Tel Aviv. Basically because there's nothing else to cover here but war. So it's terrible, really, that that's the view. What Lovin wants to do is cover the other things. That's why we set up Lovin Palestine. And, up until 3 weeks ago this morning, our content there was in Gaza with 2 journalists, was very fresh, and things that people hadn't seen before, beachside, culture, food, and things like that. Change slide. But we're still going to persist with this. And another thing that we set up, Lovin was very much love and life. It was all about having a good time, YOLO, food, drink, travel, things like that. But we felt that it was sort of a mindset brand. It wasn't necessarily about food or sport. It was about a frame of mind about love and life and loving Dubai and loving where you're from. And at building a media company, sometimes you might want to have different brands and different channels and different shows. In the past, people might create different TV channels or different magazines or radio stations or things like that. We decided to create another brand called Smashy, and the idea for Smashy was that the mindset is for the driven, the dreamers, and the doers. So very similar to Road to Success. It's for ambitious people in the region who want economic prosperity, who want better lives, and things like that. So that's what Smashy was for. And that was the slide of the streaming service. We decided to build a streaming service. And then we did different channels like Smashy Crypto, Smashy Gaming, things like that. Next slide. And then we made a show called Who's Crushing Social Media? So who's been really successful on social media? And this guy, Abdelmohsen Lafi, studied in Sharjah, young Saudi guy, and he graduated in 2020, came into our office. We thought he would write on Love in Saudi. He didn't want to write. So we then had a show set up, and it's called, that's the name of the show, Bil Arabi, it's Min Kasser Social Media. And it became the biggest show in Saudi, 6 billion top Snap views, 2 4-minute episodes a week on Snapchat, absolutely huge. He then went on to host his own Ramadan show on Saudi TV and things like that. Change slide. So that success on that just came from trusting young people and wanting to create that company and letting people spotting their talent and letting them get on with it and testing and learning. There was another slide there that there's 205 social channels that we have. That's more than I ever had in a social media agency. And we don't have clients. Like, they're our own channels. Like, we've got 40 accounts on TikTok. We've got 80 employees. 35 of them create content every day. There's people working right now in different cities publishing at the moment. Change slide. So the next one is Ignite. Ignite program is something that's happening in Saudi at the moment. It's a $1 billion industry. So this is outside of incentives to make movies in Neom and places like that. Change slide. Sometimes you hear of, okay, we missed the Ignite one. Anyway, Ignite is a big purple logo. Sometimes you hear of these incentives that are set up and you don't know how to approach them. And this was announced at LEAP conference a year and a half ago. And at this year's LEAP conference, a year later, we met the people who were there, and it took us 8 months to fill out the forms. And they gave us 2.6 million dirhams worth of funding over 6 years to help grow our business in Saudi. So it just goes to show what incentives are happening in the region. Okay, I'm nearly finished. 5 minutes, they said, but I thought, try me faster. Yeah, so that's the Ignite program. In any of your sectors, there's in certain countries in the region, there's incentives and there's ways to sort of get support if you can look for it. These are all criteria based, and they're all percentages of what you invest in training and things like that. So it's not free cash, but it's definitely something that can help if you're there for the long term. Then that slide there showed the financial growth of the company. That's with $160,000 investment in 2016 and no additional cash since, so profitable since 2017. In a media business that people say can't be made profitable, and in a region that media hasn't been done pan-Arab like that before. This year we'll do about $11 million gross revenue, and we're keeping it at 20% operating margin. Next slide. So I said at the start that our mission was to become the preferred media company of choice in the region. That means people would choose our brands and our content. We have just about 5 offices. We reach 11 countries, and there's 11 countries to go. Yeah, next one. And last month, we took 80 people to Sahel in the north coast of Egypt to celebrate Love in Cairo Turns 1. And that's all of us celebrating in Egypt. Okay, done.
Thank you very much, Richard. Another round of applause to the Augustus Love in Dubai, Love in Saudi. I think we should call it, in general, Loving the Middle East, right? You should come to Africa as well. Think about it. Loving Kampala. I'm from Kampala. Loving Nairobi, you know? Do we have Love in Nairobi? No, we don't. So we do need an agency like that. And of course, I am very, very proud to have featured on Love in Dubai. Let me tell you, if you haven't featured on Love in Dubai and you're in Dubai, you're not in Dubai. That's it. Because like he said, it's a community. So you go out, you socialize, you find something interesting, you tag Love in Dubai. Like yesterday, a couple of days ago, when it rained, everybody's like, Love in Dubai, Love in Dubai. The rain, look at the rain. So it's really a beautiful community. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes there is some, any sorts of news. So thank you very much. And now we're gonna have 2 minutes of questions. I know you have some burning questions. I see one over there. Another one over here. So my co-host, if you have a microphone, can you please sit with the lady over there? Just 30 seconds each.
Hi, Richard. Thank you for sharing your journey. I have a question in terms of how AI and ML has changed the shape of media today. And also, what measures did Love in Dubai take to adopt to these technologies?
Thanks. AI massively changed, but I think like we use it in the same way that we use any sort of technology. I remember when we couldn't afford to have videographers, but we knew we needed video. And now, say, of 11 writers, they'll all do video, but they can't use Premiere Pro, or they can't use, they're not editors, but they'll use it because they'll use Canva. So these are just sort of add-ons, right? And I think AI is definitely massive, especially the generative AI part. Because that's all about content, and that's the buzzword at the moment. But in one way, what did I do as someone who runs the company? Usually I'd be really strict on software, like SaaS things, and I'd be like, you have to get procurement and you have to ask for permission. Then I just opened the credit card and I just said, everyone in the company should try AI software this year. Because there's so many of them, and unless we try, we won't know which one takes off. But I personally don't believe that it's that all of them are going to work, and I don't think that it's going to. I think it's going to change everything in terms of AI can write articles for us, but that doesn't mean we want to read AI written articles, So I don't know if it's like, oh, I have an AI for this. Yeah, but maybe the AI version of that people don't want. So I would be question the sort of AI for, there's an app for this, there's an AI for that. I'd question that. But yeah, we just embrace it a bit, we decided that we wanted to have a modern media company. We didn't decide that we wanted an app, right? We didn't decide that we want to aggregate content from users across the region. We wanted journalists on the ground with an app, with technology. It's like if you build a legal firm today, are you going to build a SaaS company that helps people automate, on the blockchain, their legal documents? Are you going to build a firm that has lawyers who studied law and who understand cybersecurity and digital AI and everything to do with property rights and intellectual property? That's what we've built. So we built a modern digital company with people, not tech.
Thank you. That was a beautiful question, beautiful answer. I personally love AI. I'm a student, so you know I love ChatGPT. But I'm just saying I don't use it for my exams, but I just love it. And we're gonna get one more question from this beautiful lady. 30 seconds, please.
Thank you. So I have two questions. The first one is, who would you say your primary audience is for Love in Dubai? And then how do we get featured on Love in Dubai?
I think we can feature everyone. You know, it's not we sometimes on the shows in the morning we have celebrities and influencers, but other times we just have community people. So there's no limit to content now in terms of, you know, internet is a hungry beast that you need to feed it. So we can you know, limited resources, but we can find ways to cover people in different ways. We try and tell community stories. You know, we try, like say Adam here on the radio, they might cover international celebrities like Rihanna, but we're not as interested. We're more interested in, and Eddie obviously picking your guests, but we're more interested in like the people that people don't know in Dubai, right? Like it's very local, it's very community stuff. But if you take a video of yourself rescuing a cat, you have a good chance of being featured. Or take something off the road when it's raining, you know. You get 50,000 dirhams. Yeah, and then the first part was prime audience. Look, like I worked in media advertising agencies and I studied economics. It's all about behavior targeting, right, and econometrics and all that sort of stuff. So like I should have a marketing answer to that. It should be demographic, age, profile, blah blah blah. But it's not. Like from a pure audience point of view, we don't even think of age or gender or ethnicity. In fact, I'm kind of against it as media, right? Like I see Lad Bible in the UK setting up Lad Bible and then kind of backtracking and, you know, who are they speaking to and what sort of content they do. I know in the US, I know you can have other types of media catered towards a certain cohort, right? Like if someone's interested in football, then you can have media for football fans. If someone's interested in female empowerment, you can have media for female empowerment. But I just think it's more plural if you don't go down a certain route. And what we've done with the mindset approach is taken out some of that stuff, taken out the gender stuff, taken out the other things. Like we've created a mindset, right? So love in your life can be something for an 18-year-old or a 40-year-old, right? Like it's just an approach, it's a mindset. But you know, more specifically, people who use social media, who are outgoing and who like life, and our audience does lend to like 18 to 34-year-olds.
Thank you very much. Because we are running late, I know we have so many questions. We'll take maybe one more if you can handle 30 seconds from him, and then that will be it for Mr. Richard. You have a question? Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you very much for that presentation. I have a question around how have you managed to navigate the policies and rules governing media in the Middle East? Because I know that they have some stringent rules around media reporting, and how have you managed to navigate that?
Yeah, I'll try and be quick, but basically it's very difficult. You know, a lot of phone calls every day. It can be quite stressful, especially for young journalists. But first of all, to understand it, and the way I understand it is that in the US, you know, media is linked to freedom of speech and the First Amendment, right, in the US, right? And that's something that was written in the late 18th century for one country. So that doesn't mean that media can't play a role in a place that doesn't have that constitution, right? And in this region, you know, what's important is Islam and the Prophet, peace be upon him, and then the leadership who are trying to make a better place for us all to live. And the third thing is our neighbors and our friends who want to make a life for themselves. So the third thing is defamation. So that's why we don't do negative reviews, because how dare we? Why would we write something that can impact the ability of one's livelihood to have a customer, right? Like, who gives us that power? So we don't do that. 3 things in all the countries. I think that's a very good entry point. The problem is, though, is that PR agencies can be quite aggressive and protect their brand. And if you put anything up that might impact one customer coming to that company, then you have to take it down. So it's really tricky. But I think it's worth trying for. As I said, the Ottoman Empire banned the printing press. The internet isn't banned, right? If it was the same as then, it would be banned, and it's not. So there is role for media here.
You have so many questions. Literally everyone wants to get to know much about Augustus Media. Do we have space for one more? Room for one more? No? You're gonna cut off my mama? She has a question. You had enough? One more, please.
Hi. Thank you so much for that presentation. It was amazing. I want to ask you, what are the steps that you take to stay sustainable and keep people excited about your brand?
So keep people excited with content every day. It's like radio. It's like anyone's social media. You're just consistent. You just keep going with consistent. We don't actually have editorial planning. Like, we don't say that on this day, and that's why sometimes when senior editors come and join us, they can't understand. We don't have a print deadline. We have a schedule, but it's reactive. Like, I can't tell you the 15 pieces of content that will go up today, but I know what engagement they will drive because it's just reactive. So it's just real-time, fast social publishing. But you can build a media business that's slow publishing as well. You can have drops, like once a week you can do a show that's more quality, or a newsletter, right? But our choice is to do real-time, fast social publishing. But I think, like, you just have to, there's 2 or 3 million people in this city living life, right? How can you not keep it interesting? Like, everyone's lives are interesting. So if you just know how to source the internet and look for the stories, that was the thesis for 2.2 million people living in Gaza. I was sure that they were going to bed at night with their partners and having love stories and, going to the beach and celebrating religious and family occasions, right? So that's enough. And when people say to me, hey, there's nothing happening in Amman in Jordan, there's 4 million people there. There's something happening. It's just, and all year round. Like, one journalist said to me, hey, I'm going to go back to the UK for the summer. It's dead in Dubai. And she didn't last very long, you know what I mean? Because the mindset wasn't there. Like, it's just, you have to sort of, like, know that there's loads of things happening all the time. And to the question of how you get featured, like, we need to keep finding those stories. And it's great that people send them to us as well.
All right, thank you. That's it for Richard from Augustus Media. Actually, that's not it. I do have a question. Directly to you. Okay, it's not a question, it's a pitch. Did you know that I have a journalism major? And I want to believe that I'm a good speaker. I love social media. In the last 6 months, I reached out to almost 2 million people across my socials. And how can I join Augustus Media? That is me shooting my shot, y'all. That is me shooting my shot, right? How can I join you guys? DM. Oh, we can talk outside. Did you hear that? So thank you very much. Guys, shoot your shot. We're in this room, shoot your shot. Shoot what? Exactly. So I'm not going to take any more time. I would like to invite the next speaker. This speaker is also an African like me, and he's also East African. And I believe he's the first East African or African to have their show on radio, which is Virgin Radio. And let me tell you, so blessed. And this is the first time that I got to meet Eddie. I was just newly crowned as Miss Uganda, and that was the first radio show that I did here in Dubai. Eddie was amazing, the Virgin Radio team, the Chris Fed Show. So Eddie is a part of the Chris Fed Show. I believe Eddie runs his own show right now. He's the first African on UAE radio. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a round of applause and welcome him to talk about his journey to success here. Thank you.
Thank you, Oliver. Richard, you're a tough act to follow, so I'm not even going to try. Like Oliver said, my name's Eddie Umar, Kenyan. I'm the first. Yeah, let's go, let's go. I'm the first Kenyan and African, I believe, on radio in Dubai, in the UAE, and I believe in the region as well. So I'm not Tony Robbins. I'm not going to give you a motivational speech, but I'm going to try to tell you my story of how a Kenyan guy with no media experience lands in Dubai and ends up being the first radio personality of African origin, African descent on UAE radio. Funny thing this morning, before I left home, my 7-year-old son, he's learning his idioms. And he told me, Baba, kick the bucket. I was like, what? Kick the bucket. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, no, I want to tell you good luck. I'm like, you say break a leg, not kick the bucket. So I'm not going to try to kick the bucket. I'm going to try to break a leg. So my story, my journey starts 23 years ago. Fresh graduate of high school. Unfortunately, I did not get an opportunity to go to university. My late dad sat me down one day and told me, son, I'm not going to be able to take you to university. You have to make it on your own. Yes, I was disappointed. I was crushed. And like every other African back home, you always dream of, you know what, finish high school, go to university, you're going to get a good job, good paying job, you know, be a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, pilot, whatever it is. And when he told me that, I felt like, okay, this is it for me. My life is done. But I did not let that let me down. I don't let that put me down. I decided, you know what? I'm going to do something. I'm going to be someone. I'm going to make my parents proud. So I took a leap of faith 21 years ago, moved to the UAE. No university degree, no working experience. The only working experience I had was actually working at an internet cafe, or what do you call them, cyber cafe, where I actually would just go and sit and just observe. Like, it was, my friends actually worked there, and I would go there every day. I made it a point to go there every single day I was there. What was I doing there? I was just sitting there. But sitting there, learning. I was observing what these guys are doing. I didn't know how to use computers. So I would go there, just sit there the whole day for probably 3-4 months. And the guys were like, what are you doing here? I'm like, dude, just chilling. Oh yeah, cool, just chill. So I would sit there every single day. Little did they know, I was actually observing, learning everything that they were doing. And that is how I learned how to use computers. 4 months down the line, they actually hired me, gave me a job to work on the internet cafe. No experience of how to use computers, didn't know how to do networking, nothing, none of that stuff. But just by sitting there observing and asking questions, I learned how to use computers, and I ended up having a job there. So 21 years ago, I got a call from my cousin living here. She said, why don't you come to Dubai, try your luck, see if you can get something. So took a risk. So there's 3 words that have ruled my life ever since. Risk, opportunity, and hard work. First risk was moving to Dubai. No working experience apart from working in a cyber cafe. Moved to Dubai, landed in Dubai. I got my first job at a shipping and logistics company. I was hired as a clerk, an office clerk. And knowing that where I'd come from, no university degree, no like major working experience, I told myself, I'm gonna be the best office clerk these guys have ever seen. Because that was my motivation. It's like, you know what? I know where I came from, but I know where I wanna go. So what? So to cut the story short, I worked for that company for 10 years. I rose from being an office clerk all the way to operations manager of the shipping company. We had also a subsidiary of, we were working with VFS Global. We're doing visa processing. So I was the operations officer on that side, and I was the personal assistant to the manager. So 3 jobs, 1 person. Part of the stuff I did, I got to negotiate with pirates. I got to draft legal contracts, but that's a story for another day. With no legal experience, this guy who just, came from high school and managed to do that. But that's a story for another day. So anyway, how did I get into radio? Opportunity. First one was risk, opportunity. There I was, working a regular 9-to-5 job, just like many of you, driving to work, listening to the radio, and I hear on the Chris Fade show with Chad at that time that they're looking for an entertainment reporter. Now, I had a passion. I had this feeling. I remember when I was young, I used to go to sleep listening to this. I had this small transistor radio where I used to listen to it whenever I go to bed. And I also used to dream like, you know what? I want to be that guy behind the mic. That person who's talking, like giving the news, talking to me. I want to be that person. But how do I do that? I have no idea. I have no idea how to do that. But I said, okay, you know what? It's a dream. Just let it stay there. So anyway, so I was listening to the radio. I hear the Chris Fade show. They're saying, you know what? We're looking for an entertainment reporter. If you're interested, hey, try your luck. I was like, okay, why not? What do I have to lose? What do I have to lose? I try it. If I fail, fine, I move on. It wasn't meant to be. So I submitted my demo, and little do you know, 3 weeks later, finals came around, the public was voting, and I ended up being the winner. On the Chris Fade show, I kicked off my career in radio. So basically what I was doing is they would call me up every single morning, and I had to give entertainment stories. So there I was at my regular job, behind the desk. They call me up. I get out quickly. Actually, we had a warehouse right around here. I would run out of the office, go into the warehouse, and my colleagues at that time would look at me like, what is wrong with this guy? Because I was serious behind the desk. I run into the warehouse, and I turned into someone completely different. Animated, giving stories, laughing with the guys, Chris and Chad. And they're like, what is going on with this guy? So anyway, I did that for around 6 months. It was unpaid. 6 months, because I was just having fun, enjoying it. 6 months down the line, I go on vacation, and when I come back, I got some bad news. Eddie, you've been replaced. The company, the show, have decided they want to go in a different direction. Enter the lovely Pretty Malik. And that's how it became the Chris Fade show with Pretty Malik and Big Rossi. And I was like, okay, is this it for me? But the good thing is, whenever you get an opportunity, always try to make inroads with the people you meet. Contacts are very, very important. And the contacts I had made on Virgin Radio with Chris, Chad, Pretty, Big Rossi, and the rest of the guys, they saw how much I really wanted to do this thing. So they decided, just ask me, hey, are you interested in doing radio, like be a presenter, like serious? I'm like, yeah, I am. They're like, okay, why don't you come to the radio station? And I'm like, just come, hang out, just train and see how it goes. I was like, okay, cool, no worries. So what I used to do was, I used to work here in Casais, and I would drive at the time, the studios were in Studio City, so I would finish my regular job at the shipping logistics company, take my tie off, get in the car, drive to Studio City every single day. Every single day, 7 days a week, I was at the studio, just chilling. Remember how I told you about how I was just observing at the Cyber Cafe? Same thing. I'll go into the studio, sit there, ask questions, just like observe what they're doing. Why are you doing this? Why you turn this knob? What does this knob do? I would just ask questions, And obviously, I was no longer on air, but they were like, okay, do you want to learn how to edit stuff? Like, yeah, sure, why not? Just keep learning. What do I have to lose? Nothing. I'm learning. If it works out well, I have an additional, it doesn't, if it works out, well and good. If it doesn't, hey, I know a skill. I have learned something. So they taught me how to edit. I learned how to edit using the editing software within 2 days. After 2 days, I was given another role. I became the producer for the Ryan Seacrest show. So we syndicate the Ryan Seacrest show, which straight from LA. So I became the producer for that show. I would edit the show, I'll produce the show on a daily basis. And that was me. Regular job, 9 to 5, doing shipping, logistics, drive 5, go to the studio, to Studio City, edit, sit with the presenters who were at the station back then, just chill with them, talk to them, learn from them. I did that for 2 years. For free. For free. I was not getting paid. Now someone will think, you're crazy, you're not getting paid? I was getting to live my passion. I'm living my passion. This is what I wanted to do. It's like, you're getting a free pass to be in studio in your dream career. Would you say no? I said, nah, I'm not going to lose this. For free, I will work for free. Doesn't matter. 2 whole years. For free, no payment, nothing. And then towards the end of the last year, I got the chance to now start being on air. So I would go in during the week, produce the Ryan Seacrest show. On the weekends, I would come in and do a show and be on air, actually be on air, which was like mind-blowing. And once I started doing that, the station decided, you know what? We're going to start paying you. 2 years. Then I started getting paid. I was like, okay. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Why not? Let's go for it. So 10 years ago, I got the call up. Eddie, there's an opportunity for you to join Virgin Radio full-time. Are you going to do it? Do you want to come on board? I said, yes. Yes, I want to come on board. So 2013, I joined Virgin Radio full-time. I had to leave my shipping job. They were disappointed. But I was like, you know what? This is my career. This is the dream I always wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. So I might as well go for it. And when I left that company, I was doing the job of 3 people. They had to hire 4 people to do my job. Of 4 people. Because I said, you know what? Whatever job I get, I will do it to the best of my ability. I will give it 110%. Because I don't like to use this word, but I'm like an underdog. They see you already coming in. I was like, okay, what's this African guy? Well, maybe doesn't have much to offer. So I was like, you know what? I'll prove them wrong. I will be the best at the job. I will give it 110%. So I left that company. I was doing the job of 3 people. When I left, they had 4 people. And within, I think, 6 months, I was still in contact with them. Because you always don't ever like lose contact with people. Because you never know. You never know when they can come in handy. So I was still in contact with them. I'm still good friends with them. Like, there's no hard feelings with them. In fact, every Ramadan, they call me up for iftars at their house and everything. But when I left that job, they had 4 people. 4 people, and I can tell you, like, all 4 of them resigned. They could not take it. They could not handle it. A job that I was doing alone. Anyway, so I joined Virgin Radio. I started off as a producer. So I was an assistant producer for the Chris Fade Show, the #1 radio show in the UAE or in the region. I was an assistant producer, someone who had no media knowledge whatsoever. Assistant producer for the biggest breakfast show in the country. And then down the line, they saw my potential, the bosses, and they're like, okay, you know what? We're gonna give you your own show now. You're graduating from being just a producer, you're now a full-fledged presenter. And that is how, thank you. And that is how I've ended up being the first Kenyan African radio presenter in the UAE with 3 words: risk, opportunity, and hard work. Thank you very much.
Wow, wow, wow. Can we have another round of applause for Mr. Eddie, ladies and gentlemen?
Wow,
That
thank you
is a
so
whole lot of
much.
nuggets. Would you agree with me?
What?
That is a whole lot of nuggets, a whole lot of value you have shared with us.
I know. You know, I learned 2 things from Eddie. One is right here, positioning for success. Eddie literally positioned himself there. He knew what he wanted to do, and he said, I'm going to stand here and position. So it is very important to always put yourself in the place that you want to be seen, where you want to be recognized, and that's exactly what he did. And also another thing is he was so consistent with his journey. He has a consistent spirit. He said when they called him and they said, hey, you're not going to get this job, he didn't give up on that. So those are 2 things that I really learned from your journey. And thank you for not giving up and also representing us. You being the first face on UAE radio is going to open so many opportunities for all of us, you know, and you're going to keep raising the flag and knowing that you came, you conquered, and you created opportunities. So thank you very much. And when you head back, please give a shout out to the Chris Fed Show and the Virgin Radio team.
Well, I think similar, just like you, our audience also definitely, because I saw a lot of people taking notes, writing things down. And so before we get, I know a lot of people have questions for me, but I would like to know that we definitely, got a lot of messages from the things he has shared. So I'll be meeting 1, 2 people to ask you in one word, what did you learn or what did you derive from the information that Eddie has shared with us? One word. I will just move around randomly. One word, please.
2 ladies and 1 gentleman, or maybe two guys as well, just to balance.
Best at everything, literally. Best at everything.
Oh, thank you.
So for him, what he has learned from the details from Eddie's journey is whatever you do, make sure you give the best of everything.
Amazing.
We have 2 men and 1 lady, right?
Yeah, we have
one more man. One more man.
It looks like there is many ladies in this room than men. Men, where are you at? Scott, please, you need to represent the men. Call your men. There is so many ladies wanting to ask.
Okay, so one of my men has said best of everything.
Okay, another guy.
Another one of my men, what one word?
Talent.
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 Talent. So it's important to recognize your talent early and make the best use of it to get whatever you want. Okay, so now your turn, the ladies. Are you ready?
The ladies, I have so many.
I've learned that consistency itself is a win. From his story, in being consistent, he won before the actual win. So yeah.
Absolutely.
That is massive. That
we have
is
one
massive.
at the back over there. There's
Another
a hand at the
lady?
back.
Oh, definitely. Okay, I'll come to you.
Resilience.
Resilience. I believe
Resilience.
I agree with you 100%. Resilience. One word.
I would say Umar was ready because he saw an opportunity, but he didn't wait for it to come to him. He was ready because he knew one day he would get to that point in life where, he's going to grasp the opportunity and go for it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes, he
I
did
can
that.
take, Eddie, can you take one question? Yeah, I think we have a question at
Okay,
the back over there. Just one.
Questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a lady at the back.
Yes, I think you raised your hand. Yes, let's have it.
During the moment where you weren't being paid,
what was going through your mind? Because I feel like there are times when we think, oh, I have failed in life. What was the actual thing? Did you give up and say, oh no, I'm not going to go for this anymore? Did you just give up? What were the things that went through your mind?
So the getting paid part, yeah. Nobody wants to do something for free. Everybody wants to get paid. That's 100%. But for me, just the opportunity, just the fact that I had my foot in the door, because no one will ever give it to you. No one will ever give you that opportunity. If you get that opportunity, take it. Take it. No one is. These opportunities don't come every day. They do not come every day. So when you get that opportunity, yes, I was not getting paid, but hey, I was getting paid at my regular job, but I'm going to have fun at my passion, what I want to do, and I'm learning. I'm getting a step ahead. When the opportunity comes, when the time comes, when they tell me, yo, do you know how to do this? Yeah. So right now, if anyone at the station were to ask me, hey, can you produce a show? Like, I can produce a show. Can you edit? I can edit. Can you, right now, I didn't mention this. Right now, not only am I a presenter, I'm also the assistant to the music manager and the program director, which hopefully, no, God willing, inshallah, hopefully, you never know, I could be the first program director of African origin on a radio station in the UAE and the Middle East.
Celebrate Heidi, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, let's have it.
Yeah, so just keep learning. Like, you know, don't worry about the payment. Money will come. It will come later on. But as long as you have the passion. Because like right now, we get a lot of people who come through the studio. Oh, I really want to like get into radio. Okay, you want to get into radio. Do you want to get into it for the right reasons though? Majority of them come in because they want to get into it because, hey, I want to be a celebrity. I want to be, I want to be like Chris Fade. I want to get photos. I want to take selfies. And so. Then you're getting into it for the wrong reasons. Like majority of us, like most of us on the station got into it because we wanted to entertain. We wanted to, tell a story. We wanted to connect to the audience. Being a celebrity, not everyone is a celebrity. And you're not going to be a celebrity. It's like I can give you a good example of Chris Fade, a really good friend of mine. To get where he is today, where he's the #1 personality, radio personality in the Middle East, in the region, it did not come easy. He worked his butt off. And I know from his humble beginnings of where he came from to right where he is today, he deserves where he is today. So it's not going to come overnight. If you think I'm going to go into the radio, within 1 week, in fact, we had an intern come in to intern for us once. Within 1 week, she was asking, okay, when can I have my first show? We're all like, what? You've just been interning. You've not even been on the radio for 1 week and you want your own show? Like, come on, nah. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. You got to have the passion. You got to know why you are in this industry, why you're getting into this job, why you want to do this thing. You just don't want to get in for the wrong reasons. So it takes years. It takes years to get to where, and I'm like right now, I'm not considering that I've reached where I want to reach. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. There's so much room to go. So, go for it. Opportunity, go for it. You're not getting paid, fine. What are you getting at the end of it? You're learning a new skill, which you never know. When the opportunity comes, you can raise your hand and say, hey, you know what? I'm ready. I know how to do this stuff. Yeah?
Thank you very much. So the money will come for you. Just get the opportunity and work at it. Actually, many jobs don't pay for starters, or maybe they pay peanuts. Anyways, thank you so much, Eddie. I think that's it for the question round. Because of time, I would like to invite the next speaker.
Yes, please.
She is very special.
Okay.
To me, personally, and to many of us. She, just like Eddie, she's a show producer. And she is a breast cancer survivor, which she
wow.
just kicked cancer's butt
Wow,
recently.
wow. Can we start the ovation from that point, ladies and gentlemen? Let's give it,
And-
yes, yes. Yes, please, yes, please. Keep it going for her.
Yeah, she's a very strong, hardworking woman, one of the strongest hardworking women that I know. And I'm so glad that we connected, and she became my mother in the UAE. And she runs the show called Runway Dubai. Do you guys know about Runway Dubai? The fashion show where we get to show off our beautiful outfits. And not just that, you know, for good causes as well, sustainable fashion and all that stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Miss Modupe Omonze.
Wow.
Give it up to her. You're welcome to share your journey, your story with us.
I think we can do more for Miss Modupe, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it to her, please.
Thank you so much. You don't have to make it that emotional. I don't want to come here crying. Okay, hello everyone. My name is Modupe Omonze. I am from Nigeria, and I came to Dubai in 2010. So I'm originally a fashion designer, and when I came, there were no opportunities for emerging talent. So what I did was I put up like 12 designs and them to a friend, and I said, find me sponsors, because anytime I go somewhere, I want to do a show, they tell me 100,000. Where am I going to find that money? So luckily, a friend of mine introduced me to her boss, and he liked Nigerians for some reason, and he liked talent. So I showed him my sketches, and I showed him the kind of fabrics that I use and what I was inspired by. And he said, I will sponsor you. I couldn't believe it. So my journey started in Dubai. The first person that sponsored me, a big dream to have my show in the Dubai Mall. It was just a dream come true. And I eventually had my show in the Dubai Mall after a lot of disappointments. It's a long story. And because of the disappointments that I had prior to having my show in the Dubai Mall, I said to my husband, this is what I want to do. I want to give opportunities to people like me. I don't want people moving to Dubai and not finding something to do with their talent. So I'm going to start a show. I'm going to start my own show. That was the birth of Runway Dubai. Yes. So Runway Dubai started in 2013. A lot of designers come from across the world, everywhere, all parts of the world. This is what Richard was saying about exposing yourself, the platform. I mean, social media was not a big thing then, but you know, word of mouth, Instagram had just started, I think, you know, so we were trying to push that, and so a lot of people heard about us from out of the country. So the next year, I approached Venus Williams. She's a tennis player, and she said, I would support you. I couldn't believe it. Dream after dream, dream come true. And she actually supported us. She came, she showed her collection. It's called 11 by Venus. And she found a model. It was another dream come true for the model, because she found this model that will model for her and be a brand ambassador here in Dubai for her clothing. So opportunities upon opportunities, and just dreams coming true were just there for many people, and I wanted everyone to experience it as well. Sorry, I was talking out of the microphone. Can you hear me? Okay. So this is what we started doing, and another door opened for social causes. So we started social causes, social responsible initiatives, and our first girl was Madeline Stewart with Down syndrome. So this is a model that came from Australia. Her dream was to be a supermodel, which she is right now with Down syndrome. And that was a dream come true for everyone because, to be honest, I'd never been close to someone with Down syndrome, so I learned a lot. So people coming on board with different, we've done autism. I'd never heard of alopecia, and a model came with alopecia. I learned about that. So we kept on doing that, and that's how the show just kept on getting bigger and bigger. And so we started our sustainable initiatives, which I'm really excited about. This year, in November, you're all invited at the sustainable, where do I live? Where? So Sustainable City. You're all invited. We're having a competition for students. They're going to be creating designs inspired by artificial intelligence and organic cotton. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. So this is what we've been doing, and I feel really blessed because this is our 11th year now. So. And I just want to encourage anyone before I leave, whatever you're going through in life, if you find yourself at a shocking ailment or discovery of some sort or the other, I'll tell you, just keep going. Don't ever give up, okay? Don't ever give up. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we
Ladies
give
and gentlemen,
her
this is my mama.
mother and daughter moment? I
We're
love the
wearing pink for a reason.
Yes.
It's Pink October. You know what that means, right? Right? What does that mean?
Breast cancer awareness.
Exactly. So you look amazing, and thank you so much for the beautiful words. Thank you. Anyone? Any questions?
Absolutely. Do we have anyone who would like to? Oh, yes, right there.
Hi, good morning. Thank you so much for your talk. Very inspiring indeed. I love the fact what you're doing, and you have a focus on sustainability as well. So what are your thoughts on, obviously, here in Dubai, we're very glam, we're very luxury, we're very bling. People have a bit of a taboo attitude when it comes towards sustainability, renting outfits, pre-loved. So how are you going about encouraging people to change that mindset?
That's a wonderful question. I was just putting on this dress this morning, and I'm like, oh my goodness, how many times am I going to wear this dress? And listen, we find influencers, you know, that wear something after the other every day. We need to find influencers that push these initiatives, because it's, if you see, my head is clear every day because my wardrobe, I can see my clothing. Unlike before, I would never be able to find something. I would always be late to somewhere. It's because of that. So we need to keep encouraging people that there are many reasons why you need to be sustainable. There's nothing wrong with buying pre-loved clothing. There's nothing wrong with saving money. You have to, there's many advantages of saving, you know. Buying pre-loved clothing is also another way of saving too. So I make it fabulous, you know. I've worn this dress so many times, but I've actually styled it differently, you know. So always try to encourage people with your own way of social media, with your own way of restyling and repurposing stuff. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much. We take one question.
One more
from
question.
The back. There is a lady in red. Just one question, and then that's it. We'll move on to the next keynote speaker.
Thank you so much. My question is, what advice would you have for someone building a fashion brand in Dubai? Like, what is available now that wasn't available for you back then? That can be used, basically.
Social media. You guys don't understand how it was before. Yeah, I'm 51, so I'm really old. You guys don't understand how hard we had to work, you know? Social media, I don't know how you cannot take advantage of it, you know? So I would say this is the tool that you have against, you know, how it was before. So take advantage of it.
Well, there you have it. Take advantage of social media. Take advantage of every single resources, and as much as possible, be sustainable. Moving forward, we will be inviting another one of our keynote speakers, who is the founder of K9 Media. And this gentleman has done, you know, wonderfully for himself. He is no one else but, in person, Mohammed Majdi. Can we welcome him, ladies and gentlemen?
Hi guys, I was about to die over there. How are you guys? I hope everyone is doing good. Good morning to everyone. I don't know honestly how to start this. Who has been here last year and heard my talk? So literally 2 people, 3, 4 people, 5 people. Oh, Nina. All right. Okay, so I'm just gonna make this very quick. I don't wanna prolong it or anything. So my name is Mohammed Majdi. I've been born and raised in Dubai. I don't come from a very well financial background family. So ever since I was 18 years old, all I had to do was work hard and make my own money so I can study, so I can get money for myself, for my siblings, for my family, etc., etc. I'm gonna start. Everyone is here. I want to know why is everyone here today? Do you guys want to get motivation? Do you want to kick off something? Or why is everyone here today? I just want to know. Like, you want to start a business. Okay, I'm gonna start this with one sentence just so you guys can get the motivation that you need if you think you can't make it. I swear to God, 2 years ago, if you open my pocket, I have nothing more than 5 dirham. Okay? This is not show off, guys. I'm not trying to show off. I'm not trying to say anything. Maybe this will help you get motivated, okay? 2 years ago, I don't have 5 dirhams in my pocket, not even 5 dirhams. Today I'm wearing a Rolex, and I have my cars which are worth over 1 million dirhams. Just keep this in your mind, okay? If this is not enough motivation for you, then I don't know what is. Yeah. Anyways, so how I started my career is, since I was 18 years old, after I finished high school, I always had this mentality that I don't want to take money from my family, okay? Even though my family never gave me money, but I don't want to take money from my family either, you know? So I had to always work myself, do part-time jobs myself, etc., etc. In Dubai, there's a lot of part-time jobs happening. There's events happening all the time. World Trade Center, they have a lot of events happening. They pay a very good amount of money, 50 dirhams per hour, 100 dirhams per hour. It depends on your luck. So what I used to do is, of course, see, the main thing to getting jobs in Dubai is literally one word, which is connections. Whoever you meet, sit with them, chill with them, let them get annoyed of you. It doesn't matter. But if you get the mobile number, that's worth it. It's so worth it. So what I used to do is wake up in the morning, go to World Trade Center, meet people over there. There's a lot of events happening. There's a lot of kids who are working just like me. I will go and approach them, try to chill with them, get their number, so I can get a part-time job with them. Of course, later on, I'll contact them. What's happening, bro? What are you doing? What you been up to? You know, you're my guy, whatever, etc., etc. He'll tell me I have an event in the weekend. I'll try somewhere or the other to hustle the number of the manager who's hiring him, contact them, please give me a job. You're paying them 60 dirham per hour, pay me 30 dirham per hour. Adi, I will come and I'll do your job. Anyways, I worked in Jitex. If you guys don't know what Jitex is, it's an exhibition where there's mobile phones, electronics, etc., etc. I was working there selling mobile phones for Samsung. This was literally 2 years ago. 2 years ago, guys, huh? I was selling mobile phones. It was an 8-day job. I finished that event. I moved on to the next thing. I worked in a school uniform shop just to sell school uniform to kids. It was a summer job. I used to do it for a month. I used to stand on my feet from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. every single day, and I used to get 100 dirhams per day. From 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. I have parents walking in with their kids. I check their sizes, give them the pant, the shirt, etc., etc. It was that bad. During Ramadan, you guys know, yeah, there's a lot of giving biryani to the people in need and mosques, etc. I was a driver for one of the restaurants to go and deliver biryani to mosques every single day in Ramadan. Again, this was 2 years ago, okay? Literally 2 years ago. And also, side by side, I was doing my university at the same time. By the way, guys, I graduated from I studied civil engineering. My fees was 60,000 dirham per year, and I paid it all myself. Every single thing, just from doing those jobs. So my classes would start at 8 a.m. They will finish at 2 p.m. I will have a job lined up at 3 p.m., a part-time job. I'll do it throughout the day, go back home, sleep, repeat every single day, whenever I can. The university, my whole university knew that I was paying for myself, so they would be very easy with me with paying, etc., etc. I think people used to pay 3 installments. I used to pay like 70 installments in a month, you know, like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, until I can complete the whole fees. Anyways, long story short, I graduated, alhamdulillah. I was a civil engineer graduate. I was like, khalas, I'm gonna chill now. I'm gonna find a construction engineer job, etc., etc., and I will chill, you know. So, by the way, I'm an African, I'm Sudanese, but I speak the Indian language fluently, okay, and that helped me a lot. How do I speak the Indian language fluently? It's the Indian and the Pakistani language. I have a lot of Pakistani friends and Indian friends too. So whenever I would apply for a part-time job, my CV would say Arabic, English. I speak Arabic because I come from Sudan, which is an Arabic country. So it says Arabic, English, and Hindi. I would go to the interviewer, they would never believe that I speak the Indian language. The second they do, and they believe that I speak it, I get the job instantly. It was very easy for me to get it because of those 3 languages. Anyways, so when I graduated, I started applying for multiple construction engineer jobs. And I applied for 6. I got calls from 5, literally 5 of them. I went to all of them. The salary was stupid, 3,000 dirham, I think, per month, okay? Which is nothing of what my dreams were. One of them was telling me 2,000, one of them was telling me 1,000. I don't want insane guys like I'll pay you 800 dirham per month because I'm a fresh graduate, you know? Of course, I went for the 3,000. It was a company called Fisher LLC in Jabal Ali. I went, I did the interview, same thing. The guy's like, do you speak Hindi? I'm like, I do. He's like, yeah, I'm like, bahut achha hai, tik-tak, you know? So it's like, some people don't believe it, you know? So anyways, I got the job. I worked with them for 2-3 months. When I got that job, Expo was under construction, Expo 2020. So I was one of the construction engineers which were working in Expo 2020. Anyways, I did it for the first month. I did it for the second month. By the way, guys, I'll give you a trick. If you're working in a company and you know that you're valuable, tell them that you want to leave. You will get a raise in the salary. All my team does it, by the way. Okay? Literally, where is this guy? Eben, where is Eben? This guy over here, he is 19 years old. He works in my company. How much do you make? 7,000 dirham per month. He started with us 3,000 dirham. Every time Majdi, I'm sad, I increase it for him. Majdi, I'm sad, I increase it for him. Okay? So I used to do the same exact thing with my first company. I know that I'm valuable because I was 70% a sales engineer, so I have to go to the site, speak to the operations manager, and try to make a deal for the company. So it will be easy for me to talk. People say I have a nice smile, apparently, so it will be easy for me to speak to someone and connect with them, okay? So it was easy. One day I woke up in the morning, I was making 3,000, yeah? I went to the guy, I'm like, bro, listen, I don't think I can work anymore, I got a job. He's like, bro, listen, I'll increase your salary. Anyways, in a span of 3 months, my salary went from 3K to 8,000 dirham, okay? Just because I kept saying that I want to leave. And of course, every time they increase it, I work harder, you know? The more you work harder, the more they would never want to give up on you. I kept doing that, and while I'm doing my engineering job, of course, the hustle will never leave. I used to look for part-time jobs at the same time, you know? So sometimes I would sneak out of work, but I make sure my work is done. So your work is from 8 o'clock to 5 p.m., but you have certain amount of work. Of course, the CEOs expect you to stay from 8 to 5. I would finish my work at 1 p.m. and I'll go tell the guy, listen, bro, I finished my work. I'm dipping. You know, I don't have to stay till 5 o'clock and just stare at everyone just because my work is from 8 to 5. They were very nice. Again, why were they nice? Because they wanted me, you know? So use those tricks if you want to succeed in whatever you're doing. Anyways, long story short, that thing finished. Corona hit in Dubai. And when COVID hit in Dubai, everything became chaotic. I was working from home. And it was insane, honestly. It was really bad. So while all of you guys were staying at home when the quarantine was happening, I remember 8 p.m. was the lockdown, okay? A friend of mine, his father used to, he contacted a company to get sanitizers and masks, okay? And in that time, sanitizers and masks were gold. I wish if you guys knew this. But like, we would take from the guy a sanitizer, 100 ml, I think for 4 dirham. We will just walk into any pharmacy. We'll be like, bro, this is 100 ml sanitizer. Do you want it? 15 dirham. He'll be like, yes, give it to me. You know, we made it for like a month. I think we made good 4, 5, 6,000 just from walking into pharmacies and supermarkets and selling sanitizers, etc., etc. It was very, very, very easy to make money. I said this before in one of my podcasts. Dubai is the easiest place to become a millionaire. Of course, you guys will think that it's BS, but I swear to God, it's very, very, very true. They give you all the ways to make money. Now, if you are not going to wake up and if you're not going to be consistent in what you want, then you will never make it. And I always say this, if you live in Sharjah and you know you have to go to Abu Dhabi for a job and your car breaks down, you will still find a way and you will make it, right? You'll stop someone, you'll take the bus, you will do whatever. So similarly, if you wake up in the morning poor and you know that next year I want to be rich, you will reach and you will be rich for sure. And this is the exact way I was thinking. I was like, there is no way on earth I want 8,000 dirham or 7,000 dirham. Or I never wanted to be an employee. I don't know why am I saying this in front of my staff, but like, yeah, but like I never ever wanted to be an employee because why? Your roof is always limited. But anyways, if you guys ever find a job, or like if you want to start your business, do it. It's fine. Yeah. So being an employee is terrible, you know? It literally, it's insane, you know? You have to wake up in the morning, work hard to make money for someone else. That doesn't make sense, to be honest. I just feel like it's the matrix, it's the system, and it's insanely hard. So anyways, I resigned from that job. I was like, screw this, I'm not gonna do it. That's when TikTok as a platform started booming, okay? Before, TikTok was nothing, but during COVID, everyone is on their phones. Everyone is exploring every single application on TikTok, on your phone. So TikTok was one of them. If you would enter TikTok, all you would see is a guy doing this dance or a girl singing or just stupid videos, you know? But it's getting a lot of views and a lot of attention. If you guys know how TikTok works, if you have 0 followers on your profile and you post a good video, it will get views and you'll start gaining reach. It's not like Instagram. Instagram, before Reels were introduced, you need to have followers to get views and to get engagement, etc. But that's not how it worked with TikTok. So when TikTok started, we were like, so this is my partner Fahad, he's over here. We thought that why not bring businesses on board on TikTok, you know? Businesses, they pay what, million dirhams just to get their billboards on Sheikh Zayed Road and on Al Khair Road and whatever. So similarly, instead of having a car move by, you will have someone who opens their phone and they see you every single day. So we started approaching clients. He got a client which is called, so that's our first ever client. It's called Casa Milano. I don't know if you guys know it. It's a luxury furniture brand in Sheikh Zayed Road. They were paying us nothing. I think 2,000 dirham for 15 videos or 20 videos. Again, it was a side hustle. We don't know what TikTok was. The guy was a friend, so we had to experience the whole platform, make videos, try to post them, see if they're gonna work or not. You know, it was just again another thing we wanted to do. If it fails, it fails. Khalas, we move on. You know, if it doesn't fail, then we keep it. So we tried working it. He was doing that one, and I was doing the sister brand of Casa Milano, which was called Danube Home. I don't know if you guys know it. It's another furniture store. They have a lot of branches all over UAE. So I was doing videos here, and he was doing videos over there. I'm doing it in Arabic, he's doing it in English. And we are just learning it step by step, trying to understand how the videos work, how it goes viral, etc., etc. And of course, before that, we got multiple rejections from different brands. We would always approach brands and say, listen, I want to do TikTok for you. I want to create content for you. They'd be like, who the F are you? You know, like, you don't know anything. You have no experience. You have no this, you have no that. So you look at them and just bounce, bro. Like, forget about them. So with Danube and with Casa Milano, worked out very well. They started getting views. The guy was like, I'm getting a lot of customers because of you guys. Customers come and they show this video, they're like, we want this exact same sofa, or we want this exact same table, or we want this exact same chair. And from before, honestly, I knew that digital marketing, if it's done right, it can take you to places. Because with other businesses or with other companies, you need to have a product. So for example, if you're selling these tables, you know, you have to manufacture them, you need a factory, you need this, you need that. In digital marketing, you don't need any of this. Where is it? Where's my phone? So your phone is what makes you all the money. Literally, it makes you all the money. The phone that you have in your hand right now, it can make you billions if it's used right. So we will just use the exact same, no cameras, no mics, nothing. This exact same phone. We'll walk into the client. He wants us to shoot a specific product. We will shoot it, we will post it. Of course, in the beginning, it was nothing, 0, 0, 0. Slowly, they started getting views. 2 years later, we worked with over 100 brands. We worked in Saudi Arabia, we worked in Qatar, and now we're working in UAE. So again, I'm gonna end this here, but remember guys, I swear to God, it's very easy. If you wanna make it, you will make it. Just put your mind into something and you will make it. I'm gonna repeat my same sentence again, hoping that it will be a motivation for someone. 2 years ago, I had no money to eat, and this is the person you have in front of you now.
Majdi
Thank
Bhai.
you guys.
Majdi Bhai,
Questions?
कैसा है?
Good, बहुत अच्छा है.
बहुत अच्छा है?
Yes. तुम उर्दू आती है?
अब उर्दू आती है ना?
अच्छा, तुम्हारा नाम क्या है?
हमारा नाम स्कॉट में.
तुम्हारा घर किधर है?
हमारा घर?
तुम्हारा घर किधर है?
घर किधर से आया मैं?
नहीं, तुम्हारा घर किधर है?
घर.
No. What does घर mean? Yeah, see? You said at home, yes.
Okay.
I asked you where your home is.
You took it to the...
Come on, bro, don't act as if.
Anyways, well, you know, from your speech, one of the things I learned is to take advantage of my Hindi speaking. Yes. You know. Because now I know what gar means. And obviously whenever I would, you know, start to connect with people like you did, I would just tell them, my dear, I know the meaning of gar. Don't dare me. Anyways, thank you. Do we have questions for Mr. Majdi? Okay. Let's have it.
Majdi, what have you been telling yourself every morning?
I need to be rich. That's it.
Simple and straight.
It's simple. I need to wake up in the morning. I need to have 7-figure in my bank account, and I need to be rich. That's what I wake up every day and I say.
Mindset. Mindset. Wonderful. Do we have any other question? Okay. Please.
Guys, go easy. I'm just a young guy, honestly. I'm not sure. Yeah, tell me.
Okay, the question is, do you think the Arabic played the major role, or was it the Hindi that you could speak while going for these roles and meeting people? Will you say your language was the defining factor for you to get closer and, you know, get those deals that you got then?
I said earlier, if you want to go from Sharjah to Abu Dhabi, you're going to make it, yeah? You are still going to make it if you don't speak Arabic, right? Or does the car will only tell you can start the engine if you speak Arabic? That's not how it works. It's just the mentality, honestly. And Arabic didn't help me much, you know? It's not about it didn't help me much, but no one really asked me, they're like, oh, you speak Arabic, I'm going to hire you, you know? It's not that. Again, it just comes down to when you wake up in the morning, do you want to make it? Yes or no? It doesn't matter what language you speak or where you're from, or what barriers you have. Trust me, it doesn't matter. I don't think language is something that takes you. What will make you rich and what will make you successful is motivation and consistency. That's it. Just do it every single day without stopping.
Thank you very much. I think, do we have time for one more question? No. Yeah? There's
one more question from, okay.
Majdi just said he's a very young guy. Don't kill him with questions. We take one more, right? Yeah.
There's a lady here. Okay.
I have a business proposition for a development company that myself and 2 other ladies are going to be working on. Yeah, so we'll talk after.
Okay, sure. You have a business proposition? Sure. By the way, ever since I started at K9, which is my company, I don't know if I can say this. Can I say the investor, Brands for Less? Okay. So you guys know Brands for Less, right? Yeah. They're our client. You know, we work with Brands for Less and the CEO and founder of Brands for Less. So ever since we started, we would always get people contacting us because they wanted to invest in our company and become a partner. I got an investment from Brands for Less owner. I got an investment from Casa Milano's owner. I got an investment from Danube Homes owner. We got an investment from another restaurant in Jumeirah. All rich people, you know? Yeah, literally rich people. They would come to us and we were just thinking, I don't think we should have a partner on board. But if it's a business, I don't do partners, you know? But if we are gonna do business together, then for sure.
No, it's my company, so yeah.
Done, for sure, for sure. Also, guys, if we have, I'm just gonna say this, we have 2 openings currently in K9. So if you are, I don't wanna limit this, but if you are in the age between 20 to 30 and you wanna do something with social media, what is Faiz? This is your guy. He's the operations manager of the company, so maybe you can get in touch with him, take his number, have an interview, and inshallah, if there is a possibility, you will work with us.
Inshallah. Thank you very much. I think that's enough of the questions. At this moment, I would like to invite Lady Mayowa to close off this keynote speaking session.
Thank you. Can we have a round of applause for all the speakers so far? Thank you. I'm sure some of you have seen me. It's like, you don't got makeup on. Yeah. But it's exciting. I've touched base with a bunch of people, speakers, vendors, attendees, saying, how is it going? So if you see me doing this, I'm just checking. You're good? Experience is good? Value is good? And that's what we want to deliver, right? That's what we want to deliver. So another round of applause for all our speakers. Thank you. So this is like one segment of the program. We will head off into another segment. But before that, we just want to appreciate all the speakers who have spoken so far. We know some of them might want to leave, so we just want to do this before they go. And it's really a token to say thank you, right? This is our little way of saying thank you. I know that we're going to get big, right? My eyes are on World Trade Center. My eyes on big spaces, bigger spaces. But while we're on the road to success, we just want to say thank you the little way that we can. So I'll have all our speakers come up, and I think I'll start with Eddie. A round of applause. So this is our way of saying thank you. And please just make it nice and fun. Just keep clapping and doing all that, like, woo, woo, you know. Where are the photographers? Oh, we need the photographers. Somebody get them. Eddie, we're going to wait till we get those photos because I'm about to hang this in my house, you know. And then when he owns his own media house, you know, if he's into that kind of thing, and build the biggest African media radio station, I'm just going to hang this and say, kids, mommy met Eddie. So let's just hang on a moment, and let's not make it awkward. I'll just hand it to you.
Thank you so much, I appreciate it.
And then let's have, no, don't go. Let's have Modupe Omonze. Whoop, whoop. Pink for October. Awesome. Where, finally, dude. Thank you. Eddie, you want to get that now? The photo? Listen, I'm not kidding. Positioning for success. That's what we're talking about. Oh, please don't go. Come back. We have to do like a group thing. I know it's your first time. So when you come back the next year, you know how it works. And now I'll have... Yeah, oh my God, my brain was like, freeze. Majdi! Listen, he needs to share like 1,000 dirhams each in this room. I mean, he's a millionaire now, so what will like 100,000 do to you? Nothing. And I think that's it. I didn't skip anyone. So I'll just exit and have them do like a group thing together. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll hand over to my amiable, capable, should I say sexy? It's a corporate event, but you know what I mean. Thank you. Yes. Scott? Okay, I'll just meet you halfway. Thank you so much, Oliver.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause to our keynote speakers. You know what? I'm going to swap back your microphone. I feel like this is more feminine.
Hello. Okay, all right. I'll let you have it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
I like it.
Are we ready for the next round?
Absolutely, yes, we are. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the next round?
Energy, are we ready for the next round of Road to Success? Great. So in our next round, we do have a keynote to a fulfilling career. And I would like to invite our career coach.
Let me interrupt you.
Yes.
Please. How many career people, because we know our audience today are a division of entrepreneurs and career professionals, right? So if you are here today and you are a career professional and you're looking to be fulfilled, can I hear some noise, please?
Woo!
I added fulfillment to my statement. So if you're looking to be fulfilled in your career, make some noise. Aha, now I can hear you, because the next episode is going to be, you know, our people will be telling you the keys to a fulfilling career. So that is what we are doing next. Please.
Yes, so I would like to take this opportunity to invite our career coach, who's going to be facilitating this next session. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to Christian Roma.
Christian Roma, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make some noise. Where are the whoo? Let's louder. Can we make that whoo? Aha! Yes, please. Yes, please. You're most welcome.
Did you just give me the female microphone, just for clarification?
Return it. Return it. Okay, we have it. You can keep it.
Thanks. Welcome. Can we still say good morning? I don't know what time it is. Yeah, 11:30, that's still okay. Can someone put up my slide? I'm above 40, so my memory isn't the best. Just so I recall what I was about to say. First of all, I want to say congratulations, not just to all of you, because what you actually do here is you buy time. Okay, that's a very important thing to understand, because all the people who are here are either in a situation you want to be in, or they have achieved something you want to achieve, or they give you the inspiration of what you got to do to get where you actually want to be, okay? And it took me around about 20 years to figure out what the heck I actually want to do with my life, right? And when you invest in people and in your own education, you know, you can skip that. And that's the value of this, and that's the beauty of it. And I also want to say congratulations to Iowa. This is the 4th Road to Success event. That's amazing. Yeah, really excited about this. That's a big achievement, what you do for others here. It's fantastic. Okay, I tried to cover enough time now until my slides are up. I can't see them yet. Can we get that figured out somehow? Ah, here we are. Here we are. Okay, yeah, congratulations, I said that. Okay. I think my dear friend Magdi might not like what I'm going to talk about now, لأنه أنا ما كتير بحب السوشيال ميديا, بس خليك معي شوي, please. Okay. Yeah, all right. So what I want to do now, I want to do a social experiment with you, okay? Because I've seen you guys paid to be here, okay? You pay to be here, and yet I see a lot of people distracted on the phone, reading things, or still checking what was the soccer result last night. Oh, what's my friend texting right now who sits somewhere, I don't know where. So I want to do a little experiment with you. Please put your phone into airplane mode for the next 15 minutes. Can you do that? Everyone phones out, airplane mode, 15 minutes. Can we do that? Who feels uncomfortable with that? Raise your hand. You're uncomfortable? Who is uncomfortable to put your phone in airplane mode right now for the next 15 minutes? Okay. Cool, thanks for the honesty, appreciate it. The thing is, guys, social media is, if you use it, like Magdi here, you know, as a business tool, an important thing. And the unfortunate truth is, there are also a lot of people who spend a lot of time swiping on their phone, and they're killing and passing time, and then they wonder, where did the day go, and I didn't achieve anything. And you know what the worst part of that is, aside from the fact that my slide's gone? You will feel worse about yourself. For a very simple reason, because you see others who succeed, okay, and you think you do nothing. You compare yourself constantly to other people. And me having a background, I'm basically heading PR for Africa and China at Dubai's Department of Economy and Tourism, aside from being a career coach. I'm working a lot with social media people, okay? And I want to tell you one story just to wake you up from a bit of a social media illusion, all right? We had one so-called influencer, okay, who had, I think, 15 dresses in her suitcase, went to Bush Al Arab, and posted 15 outfits in different locations in Bush Al Arab, writing about how she spent 2 weeks of her life there. Do you know how long she was there for? Yeah, a bit more than an hour, but she didn't spend one night there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So what you see on social media it's not always just real, it makes you feel bad based on wrong assumptions that you have, okay? So, next one. We had a China conference here in Dubai earlier this week, and there was someone presenting, talking about TikTok, okay? We talked about this earlier as well. TikTok, all right? I find it actually quite hilarious that a lot of people waste time on this app, and it's called TikTok. TikTok. Isn't that a joke itself? Like, seriously. And then you swipe through, you know, the hours are gone. And here comes the interesting thing, and I don't know if you know that. TikTok have people that work on just trying to find out how you spend more time on that app, swiping, 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 and swiping. TikTok has around 500 to 600 million users, okay? And what do you think the average time we're at right now is already? 2 hours. 2 hours of your 24 hours that you have per day, and you don't use it to educate yourself. Don't get me wrong. I think social media can be great if you use it in the right way. If you promote your business, if you educate yourself, if you do something productive with it, you sell your business, whatever it is. But if you sit there and you swipe through, okay, and here's the thing. Have you ever noticed that TikTok is very similar to a slot machine in a casino? Not that we have casinos here, but I'm sure you have been. Okay, so what does that mean? They built FOMO, all right? They built FOMO. So you swipe through it and you think, oh, the next video is maybe cooler, and the next video is cooler, and that's cooler than that. And what does that lead to as well at the same time? Your attention span is going down to 0. 0. Look at people, how they behave nowadays. You know, they stand at the elevator, first thing they do, oh, I have a bit of time, you know, oh yeah, the elevator's not here in 30 seconds, so I can check my phone. Look at the traffic lights nowadays. You wait, it turns green, no one's moving. Why? Because everyone's looking at the phone. People don't know how to focus anymore. They don't even know how to focus on one thing at one time anymore because that's considered uncool. What's cool is multitasking. I can do 1,000 of things at the same time. I can swipe through this. I can drive my car. I can drink a coffee, you know, all that. No, it's not cool. You know what I mean? You can't focus. And I loved, I don't know if Eddie's still here. I loved Eddie's story, what he said, you know, or also your story. You know, it's about being able to focus on something. Otherwise, how do you want to be successful if you don't do constantly what you want to achieve and you're distracted? Okay, that's not going to work, guys. So, and that brings me to an important question. What do people really want? And we heard that example from Eddie before, and I love that. I want to take this as an example because he's saying a lot of people came to that radio station because they said, I want to be a celebrity. I want to be rich. You know what I mean? What did he say? Why is he working at that radio station? Why is he there? Because he loves the radio, right? So, being in Dubai, keeping in mind where we live and what attitudes most people have, you know, brings us to the question, that's also on my sheet, guys. Yeah, does money buy happiness? Okay. And I'm not going to answer that question. I talked to my wife about this last evening, you know. That's aside from the fact that's not the reason why she's not here today. But it is an interesting thought to think about. Does money buy you happiness, you know? And what it actually means is, I'm not talking about people who have no money to survive. That's not the point. The point is, what if you do a job, okay, which you actually don't like and you don't care so much about it, but you can buy all the fancy clothes, you can buy the fancy car, you can have the nice handbag, you know, and that does not bring you any happiness because you're not happy with what you do. Does that make sense? So we have a saying in German, we say, people buy things they don't need with money they don't have to impress people, can someone finish it? They don't like. Exactly. And let's be honest, how many people do we know who try to impress us with what they have, right? And I find that very sad, to be honest, you know. Which brings me to the question, what do you actually really want? And these people going to the radio just looking for fame and money, you know, what is it that they really want? I want to make you think a bit about this, okay? Because I'm convinced that each and every one of you, okay, should stop listening to all the speakers who tell you, you know, you can just be like me. You just have to, you know, overcome your fears, and you have to spend a lot of money on my training program, and then you can be as successful as I am. But do you know what the reality is? The reality is you cannot. Because every speaker tries to tell you you can achieve anything in the world. Okay, good. Can someone show me how to become president of the United States? No, because you cannot. But my point is, and that's my message, that's not what this life is about. This life is about finding out what you want and what you're good at. And that is your road to success, basically. And I want to tell you a funny story. One of my best friends, don't want to mention any names, he calls me yesterday, okay, and said, hey, Christian, I have a problem. I need your help. Yeah, okay, what's up? My company asked me to do a presentation, like a keynote opportunity somewhere in front of hundreds of people. And I said, okay, what's the problem? Yeah, I'm so scared. I don't like that. I said, when is it? It's in June next year. No joke. But what does that tell us? What do I tell him? You know? He is a consultant for medical machines and does something with like medication. He looks at the prescriptions and all that and analyzes that and all that. Of course, he's not the kind of guy who rocks up on stage and talks about this, okay? That's not him. That's not who he is, all right? So instead of me being that guy who says, yeah, you can do that, you know, I'm going to coach you, you know, it's just going to cost you half of your house and your leg, you know. No. The thing is, I told him, dude, focus on what you are good at and what you want. And the sad thing is, most people don't know. They don't know what they want because they never took a minute to just sit down and think about it, because I have TikTok. I can scroll through stuff. I can see what others do. Take the time and have a look what you want to do with that life, because you only have one. All right? And that's why maybe you understand now why I'm not going against social media, you know, but you got to be careful how you treat it. And there's one last thing I want to emphasize on, you know, and that's the importance of books. Because reading books is uncool. Now, I wear glasses. Everyone thinks I read books. Okay, fair enough. That's right. I do. But I can also tell you, I want to tell you one sentence, okay? A woman with a dog crosses the street. That's my sentence for you. And do you know what the beauty about this is right now? Each and every one of you thinks about a different woman, a different dog, and a different street. So what does that encourage? Creativity. All right? That's creativity. But if you swipe through your phone the whole time, or you watch a video, or you watch another show, in that movie, we see all the same woman with the same dog crossing the same street. Where's your creativity developing? It's not. It's numbing you down, you know? And if you then sit there, and we can talk about this in, I don't know, maybe 5 years, and then TikTok will have achieved that your average consumption per day is up to maybe 4 hours. And now we already have, you know, my favorite people in the world, zombies. You know, zombies on the streets like this, you know, they're walking around there, you know, and then, oh, there's a person, oh, yeah, sorry, oh, I didn't see you, you know. Like, guys, it's time to wake up a bit. And if you scroll through TikTok, you're not going to find out what you want to do. And you're not going to follow your dreams. You're going to see what other people are doing, what they pretend to be doing, you know. So maybe it's time to turn off that phone, sit down, and really think what it is that you want to do, what you're good at. And if you do that, that is what I call success. And that's my message for you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christian. Before you leave, Christian, I believe we have a few questions. Any questions for Christian? We have one right here. Can you?
Hi, Christian. Very good speech. I believe you're a career coach, right? Yeah. No, I'm being for real. So I didn't exactly understand how, what exactly would you do to help? Like, if I want to sign up with you, what would be the help you will provide to me?
Okay, so what I do at the moment, I work at the Dubai College of Tourism, okay, and I work with teenagers, and that's exactly the thing. We try to find out what it is that you want in your life. Like, you're a perfect example. Do you know why? Because you said, I don't want to be an employee. You know, and not everyone has to sit here and think, I have my own business, I need to have my own business. But you have that entrepreneurial spirit, this mindset. You were thinking like, hey, where can I sell these, hand sanitizers, this and that. Then you saw the advertisement on Sheikh Zayed Road, you know what I mean? You're thinking about how to create a business. But not everyone has that mindset, and that's why, for example, we have people who are employed somewhere, and they love it, they're good at that, We have people who sit at home, we don't even know them, who write books. But you are who you are, and that's not gonna change. You will never change being the entrepreneurial mind, You will never sit down and be like, oh, I'm going back from 9 to 5, pushing around pencils, not doing that's not who you are. So that's what I work on with the students and also the people that I coach individually.
So Christian, the question I just asked you, if it's recorded and I have your answer recorded, I can take this clip, put it on TikTok, and I'll make you go viral. Okay? And those people are going to watch you, and you're going to be viral, and you're going to have a lot of people come and approach you to be their career coach. That's how TikTok is important currently.
I appreciate your support. Yeah. Yes, thanks.
By the way, considering the fact that today we are all shooting our shots, Majdi, there are lots of cameras here watching us, and a lot of the things I'm saying are also being recorded. I dare you to not post me. Anyways, let's take more questions. We've got, okay, yes, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Christian, thank you so much for that wonderful section. I want to ask you a question, though. So regarding social media, you said something very opposite. You said it's how you use it that makes it work for you. Now, my question is this. Do you believe that I can go on social media and still get inspired?
Yes, of course. You can get inspired. You can get inspired by people, what they do. They have a business, they have ideas. They share creativity on social media. I'm not saying that everything that's out there is nothing useful, but you got to be a bit selective in what you do. And the unfortunate truth is also, there's a lot of people, they just watch then one video. Oh, I'm watching something motivational, and then they think, oh, I'm going to do this now. And then what do you do next? Click, click, click on all the other videos. And you lose the attention and the focus, and that is the danger about it.
Okay, we take one question from here. Christian, if you can keep that microphone, you have the last question.
Thank you so much. Christian, I want to ask you about career coaching. Come back to that if that's okay. And you're working with students at the moment. How important do you feel is it for people to get career advice all throughout their lives? Because let's face it, these days, when I was at school, at university, those forms that you get fill out are nonsense. I came up as like a zookeeper or something ridiculous. But people are starting new careers at all different stages. I know so many people in their 50s now who are starting their entrepreneurial journey, they're starting their new business, they're starting their new ideas. So is it important to keep this going as a lifelong learning?
Thanks for asking. That's a great question. So, and by you being here, I assume you didn't become the zookeeper or, okay. Well, look, to be honest, you have to ask yourself at some point in life, why am I where I am? And why do I do what I do? And most of the times, the answer lies in reasons that are not within you. For example, maybe your parents made you do things. Maybe your parents had good intentions, Maybe the friends you were with did something at the time when it was about, hey, we go to university. I went to study law for 2 years because I thought I'm going to be a fancy lawyer with a lot of money. Do you know what I realized then? Attention span and sitting down, and reading all that stuff, that's not who I am. And that's the problem, you know, and that's why you call it usually when you're in your mid-30s, you would say people have a midlife crisis. No, you don't have a crisis. What you realize is you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're not being the person that you actually are. And that's then the people who come to me, you know, and then say, hey, Christian, can we speak? You know, and once you're through this whole luxury stuff, once you had that annoying job that, you know, gave you all the handbags and all that, you know, and then you come to realize that's also not really making me happy. And that's it, you know, and that's what I mean by saying money doesn't buy happiness. You know, happiness has to come from inside, and it comes from when you do what you're supposed to do.
Thank you very much. Christian, a round of applause. One more time for Christian. You know,
do we
Scott,
have the chance to take one more question? Or
we are very, very late. So 30 seconds
I'll
only.
call you next time. By the way, there will be, you know, some time to connect and, you know, talk to every one of the speakers, and they will be, you know, more than happy to answer you if you have any questions
Christian,
later on.
you said something and that hit me really, really hard. You said like we're all zombies right now, and that hit me so hard because sometimes I'm walking like this.
Oh
and
my
then I
God.
have to
Now I
like
need
bump
to
into
run.
my next person because I'm on my phone, and I think I'm not going to do that again. I felt really guilty.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
that's
so
good.
Thank you. Anyways, we are going on to the next panel. It's interesting. Are you
Very
ready?
much. For the next one, let's start by asking ourselves, if you were here when Eddie was speaking, if you were here when Eddie was giving his speech, can I see you wave your hands? Were you here when, okay, not so many people were here at the time, unfortunately, and fortunately. The reason why I asked is because one of the key factors that helped Eddie in his success, you know, was one word from me, what I deduced, and that was mindset. And I think he also made sure to lay a lot of emphasis on that word, his mindset. He was always ready. And that is why our next episode will be highlighting that in a lot of ways. Are we ready for that now?
The winning mindset.
The winning mindset, ladies and gentlemen. I was expected to hear more noise for that. We all want to win, yes or no? If you're here today and you want to win, can I hear you make some noise?
Woohoo!
Eddie, don't make any noise. You've won. I'm asking from those of us that are still hungry to win more than what we've won now. So can we make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, for that? Wonderful.
So this panel is full of CEOs, and I would like to start off by inviting the first person on this panel who's going to be the moderator. That is Abraham Ifeanyi, who is the founder of Concordia Consultancies
Ladies
and
and gents-
Nigerians in Dubai. Welcome. You can have a seat
Sorry,
over
I'm
there.
not the founder. Don't make my CEO sack me.
Oh, okay. So you're the director, right? Oh, you're going to tell us about that later. So do the honors and introduce the next panelist.
Okay. Well, now that we've received our moderator in front, Mr. Ifeanyi Abraham, you're most welcome. I'd like to invite the first panelist in person of Nina Olatoke.
Round of applause.
Yes, please.
So
Celebrate
I
her
can
as
see
she comes
she's
forward, ladies and gentlemen.
All
Please bring in the
Africa
energy,
Fest
please. Thank you.
Founder, co-founder, so many interesting things. So the next panelist is Tonye Anyuanu. Right? Did I mention that right?
And Tonye Anyuanu is a serial entrepreneur, and it's our... Sorry? My pleasure. Nice to meet you, too. Thank you. All right, the next panelist, please.
Okay, lastly on this panel, we're going to have another entrepreneur. I don't like to mess people's names up.
My dear.
Can you read that?
We just will have to make an effort. But luckily, I said I speak Hindi, right?
Okay,
this is
do
your
that.
time to put it to test. Yeah, okay, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Raghav, please.
Call me AB.
AB, Mr. AB Raghav,
AB.
ladies and gentlemen. Please
Okay.
let's celebrate him, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Okay. So, thank you to everyone that has been listening. I've been here for a while, and I've heard so many amazing things. And I'm excited about the panelists that are sitting in front of me, and I believe there's so much that they have to share and that we have to share as well. Now, one of the greatest entrepreneurs that has ever lived is John D. Rockefeller. I follow John D. Rockefeller massively. I live his life. You should read about him. He's one of the biggest industrialists and richest men in the US. And he said two things that I want to read to you that resonate with me, and I'm going to start or kick off by asking our panelists about. Now, the first thing John D. Rockefeller said was, the secret of success is to do the common things uncommonly well. The secret of success is to do the common things uncommonly well. I want you to hold this and think about it. The next thing he said is, don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the greats. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the greats. Now, of all the things that John D. Rockefeller said, I kept these particular two things because to me, they seem like a bit contrasting with each other, but at the same time, there's still a point of synergy. So I'm going to start off by asking our panelists real quick, when you hear these two statements, what comes to your mind and how will you say it has played a role in your life? I'm going to start with Nina.
Thanks so much, Ifeanyi, for that. You're right, those two things are contradictory. In my journey, I think what I've realized is that, and they're contradictory because of this, and I relate to them. In my journey, what I've realized is that there's a level of insanity that you have to possess if you want to push forward. It's not, I think one of the things that really resonate with me is, I don't know if you guys have seen Steve Jobs, the video, The Crazy Ones. There is a level of insanity. The ability for you to do the common things uncommonly well. How do you even start that? You have to think from a perspective that is beyond you to start to do that, right? And I think when people start the entrepreneurial journey, particularly if it's something you're passionate about, Maya said it well in an event I attended with her last weekend, where she was like, but she put it in a very funky way. She was like, there has to be a bit of cuckoo. There has to be a level of insanity that pushes you and drives you to consistently do things. And when Majdi was talking, by the way, Majdi is, K9 is our official TikToker branding partner for All Africa Festival. And I remember the first day, oh, he's left. Record this for him, it has to go live. And I remember the first day I met Majdi. I met Majdi with Tim. He came to meet us at Sheraton Grand. And he was talking about this TikTok thing. And I'm like, dude, you have no idea. This is like an African brand. This thing is not gonna work. So when he was talking about the customers that he meets for the first time and they say no, and then he walks away, actually, Majdi is so persistent. He has the craziness I'm talking about. Because he came back, it was like a glutton for punishment. He came back and kept going for like a 3-week period until he beat us down and we said yes. It's that craziness, and I think that's what D. Rockefeller was trying to talk about, is the polarity of it and the craziness that pushes you forward.
Amazing. Is it okay if I go last? Because I'm actually here to learn like everyone else, to be honest. So I'd really love to hear what he has to say first, if you don't mind. Do you mind?
Yeah, sure. Please. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Mayowa, for having me here. I was here on the first RTSS, and it's good to be back to see a large audience. Coming back to what you got to say about, I think it's important to be consistent. And though you've got these varying statements, in Dubai, we're all hustling. Are we not? Anybody here who's not hustling? And we're hustling hard. Today, I'm wearing a hat of a real estate professional. I've worn many hats here. I first came here to set up a company a real estate company for an Indian company. They want an office in Dubai and Singapore. I set that up. I had a stint, came back here. I was known as the guy in the Indian market. If you had a company that was going down, you needed somebody, get this guy, he works things around. And my second assignment I got here on a company which had minus 17 million dirhams was when I got the company. And I was told, okay, you need to turn this thing around. And we managed in the first year to come down to minus 9 million. It was great teamwork. All of us came together and we worked really hard. I set up a business. I think we're talking about the winning mindset. One of the things that I really wanted to talk about today, I'm sorry, I'm going to deviate just a little, is about failure. I did really well as an employee. I think Magdi's not around, so that's something, yeah, he'll be back, I'm guessing. And I decided to take the jump to become an entrepreneur. Unfortunately for me, I think it was 2019, I set up a company. I got into cleaning and maintenance. And I thought, okay, that's a great space to be in. COVID was really helpful. We were doing these sanitization drives, et cetera, et cetera. And then I had a huge setback. I had a large company that didn't pay me almost 6 months contract value. Pt.1 knows about this, and I think we shared this. Failure, I think, teaches you a lot more than success does. Because once you get used to success, you know, you're going from 10 to 100, 100 to 500, 500 to 1,000. And when this setback came, I had to think of creative ways to really get through things. I was at the point where I had to shut down the company. So I found a way to sell my contracts and make back for the losses that I had done for the company. And I decided to get into real estate. And I made up my mind that I need to make up this money in the next 3 months. So I set a goal, and I was consistent about going about it. Most real estate offices start at 9, end at 6 p.m. I started working 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And within the first 60 days, I sold about 40 million dirhams in real estate, which got me on a gross value about 1.2 million in real estate commission. So I think the mindset is everything. I'm sorry I deviated a little from that question, but I'm just sharing it up front because I think it's important to have the right mindset for success.
Yeah.
So if you're waking up every morning and you're consistent and you're like thinking like Magdi, I want to be rich, there will be a point where nothing can stop you.
Okay, so you already preempted my next question, but but I still want to answer the first question around the, yeah.
Sure, so John D. Rockefeller said, do the ordinary things. First of all, disclaimer, guys. If you came here expecting decency, no swearing, they shouldn't have given me a mic. Just putting it out there.
I will try to moderate you as much as I can.
We'll try to put some bleep sounds there, right? Because I have no filter. I don't know what a filter looks like. I call bullshit on that, on John D. Rockefeller. And I say that, what I mean is, who says you even have to do the ordinary things at all? People always say the sky's the limit, you got these, you got all these rules. They say think outside the box. I say there is no box, right? And when you think about that, because when you really measure things, now if you say do the ordinary things extraordinarily well, you're still limited to the ordinary things. There's a line, right? Your target is to cross a line, and then you feel you've accomplished everything. So I say bullshit. Do whatever the hell you want, right? That's my reply to John D. Rockefeller, if he can hear me from his grave, right? And the reality of that, when you take it one step further, is in your execution, if you're looking around everyone and trying to measure on everyone else's tape or units of measurement, you're always going to fall short of what you're capable of. Because then, once let's take Usain Bolt, right? He ran, 9-point-something seconds? So if you beat Usain Bolt by 0.1 seconds and the Guinness World Record labels you the fastest man, you felt like you've accomplished something. Bullshit. If you actually went beyond Usain Bolt and ran 8.5 without even thinking about him, you've crossed him in ways that no one ever imagined before. So that's why I hate to compare, I hate to reference Ordinary, I hate to reference anything in particular. And I just say, listen, you got one thing that you want, and that's what's in front of you. Nothing else matters. And that's my opinion.
Okay, thank you very much, Tony. Okay, so the speakers here come from a variety of backgrounds. Nina does human resources in her day job, but for a lot of us, human resources is not the eye to which we see Nina. We see Nina as the founder of All Africa Festival. Toyin is a serial entrepreneur. I follow him on social media, so I see a lot of the things he does. I'm used to the disruptive way he speaks. And then AB has told us Raj has told us a little bit about his story from the clearinghouse to founding this real estate company. Now, one thing I would like to know from each of you is, how has these backgrounds, and what was a pivotal thing that happened to you that changed your mindset and helped to push you to your next level? Raj has told us a little bit about the real estate moment, the clearinghouse moment, the company that owed him. So I don't know if there's any other thing that you need to add from that particular place, Raj. And then Toyin, please. So tell us, what was that pivotal moment in your journey that made you start to think the way that you think now? I don't believe that you always started like this. So yes, please.
That's a good question. So I'm going to run back to how I grew up. So I grew up poor, right? Well, okay, there was food on the table, so I don't think it's fair to say completely poor, but I didn't grow up extremely rich, right? I grew up mostly with my mother, and my father just was whatever the hell he was doing. There was always a desire to get out of that position. Like Maggie says, right? He wakes up in the morning and he thinks, I want to get rich. I mean, what the hell else are you thinking about if not that, right? I think it's kind of difficult to answer. People are always looking for a one solution answer to everything. And again, my favorite word, that's bullshit. There's never one. I don't think anybody here, I mean, we can talk about very bad experiences. We can talk about extreme hardship or extreme experiences that caused us to decide, okay, I want to do something about something, but I don't think there's a particular moment. Like they always say, it's a straw that broke the camel's back, right? But there were many things that led to that point. So I don't think I could tell you one particular point, but I can tell you one thing to also reference what Raj said. I have a PhD in failure. I don't know, again, I don't know anyone's story here. I don't think anybody in this room has failed as many times as I have. But that's also because I'm talking about something even as simple as growing up, your teenage years, approaching women. I've probably rejected by 1,000 women in the nightclub, or 2,000, maybe 20,000, to get as good as I am now to actually talking or dealing with women, right? Now, that might seem very unorthodox, but I got so comfortable with failing and fucking up that I said to myself, you know what? It's actually not as bad as I think it is. Because at the end of the day, you don't die. Whatever the hell you're going through, somebody else has been through it and recovered from it. I mean, you've got cancer survivors here in the audience, right? So what the fuck am I complaining about, right? So when you really think about that, again, like I said, I have no single point, but I can tell you there's certain relationships that we need to have with failure that allow us to know it's all just a learning experience. And every time we fail, those are our pivotal moments.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Tonya. Please, Nina.
I think to add to failure being, actually failure, I have an issue with the connotation and how people perceive failure as this thing that is negative. You learn more from failing than actually you need the failure to pivot to another level. And those in the room that are in my inner circle for All Africa Festival last year know what I was talking about when it felt like it wouldn't happen and everything else. But I think to answer your question, there are 4 pivotal moments for me that are very clear in my head that were turning points in my life. The first one, I was 11. I always tell people that if you get to a point that you're happy with who you are today, you then have to be accepting of the journey that made you who you are. You can't look in the mirror and say, I like this girl, but I don't like how this girl was made. It doesn't happen. So for me, the first one was my mother dying when I was 11. Best thing that happened in my life. I miss her. I wish that never happened. But the best thing that happened in my life was being alone and somewhat orphaned at 11, because that changed the trajectory of my life. So I thank God for that. The second thing that was pivotal to me changing my life and being who I am today, my right hand, the person that puts up with me the most and the person that understands me the best. I wasn't looking for a partner. I was looking to live life, but his understanding of me is perfection. He builds a wall and a structure around me like nobody else. The third thing that was a pivotal moment for me was accepting the fact that I'm black, I'm female, I'm Nigerian, and that's my superpower. Pivotal moment. I don't walk into a room thinking because of this, that. No. I walk into a room thinking that you will notice me, you will see me, you will not forget me. That's it. Then, the fourth thing was actually moving into Dubai. Because while I had that mindset of the third thing I told you, I couldn't really express it or be in rooms where I could really own it until I moved to the UAE. The UAE teaches you that the only limiting factor is your mind. It's not who is competing around you. Your biggest competition is yourself. I heard this 2 weeks ago, it blew my mind. Your competition, you used to have millions of competition, but they died. You know when they died? When the sperm fertilized your egg. Since then, no other competition existed. No other competition exists. And moving to Dubai put that in my mind, because for the first time, what I said was my third superpower I discovered. And when I was in the UK, so I worked in the UK, I used to go to interviews saying, there's only 2 ways to get this job. And you have that mindset. Either I'm Beyonce or I'm Halle Berry. If I walk into a room as Whoopi Goldberg with my braids, bias exists. Even I am biased as I walk into that room. I'm not getting that job. So if you want to play in the space, play in the space. Fix the problems after you get into a chair and sit on the table, but while you're up, play the game. Right? So when you get a seat, you can change what you want to change. Until then, play the game. So that's what I did. And for me, those are the 3 pivotal points. Now, in all of that, there's so much failure. There's so much stuff I tried. There's so much crying at night. Some people in this room know me closely. You know some of the pain, right? So it doesn't mean it's a nice story. It's not a nice story. It's not all beautiful. And to be honest, there's still failure happening today. And it's making me stronger.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Nina. Okay, before I ask my next question, I want to do something. I like to put the speakers on the spot every time I moderate. So today, on behalf of the speakers, I'm going to be giving out 30 minutes sessions with each of the speaker at some point in their calendar in the next 2 weeks. So whether you're an individual here or you have run a business and you're looking for a way to supercharge, whether it's in real estate, whether it's in whatever industry it has, trust me, these speakers have the expertise to push your business. So at the end of the session, I'm going to ask a question and I'm going to give it out on their behalf. Round of applause for me, please. Okay, I can go to my next question. Now, they've spoken so much about failure, but I believe there are many in the audience like me that get in their head after they fail. So my next question is around, how do I get out of my head when I fail? As someone that is called to doing transformational projects, I love to do the biggest projects, and I'm always able to get people in the room. But I personally had a run with failure about 2 years ago that it made me stuck. For 3 months, I couldn't produce anything. I couldn't do anything. I had other big projects lined up, and I wasn't able to move on to the next project. And it took a while. I eventually found my mojo and got out of my head. But I want to ask the speakers, I'm going to start with Raj. How do you get out of your head after the failure? How do you go on to doing the next thing?
So there are a few steps about this. The first step, I think, is find someone to talk to, have a mentor. You possibly think of maybe 10 solutions to, when it's failure, I'm guessing it's something that you want to get out of. So, and you want to move ahead. I'm a firm believer in the 1% philosophy, which is better yourself every day, 1%. So I like to write down a lot of things. So the first thing is, of course, find someone to talk to. The second is, of course, write things down. And I firmly believe that if you write down what you have in mind, a plan, it could be a 6-month plan, a 1-year plan. When you write these things and you start believing that these things will come true, and you work towards them, that's the important bit, that you work toward, it's not that you'll get there in a single day. You could get lucky and success comes to you. Getting out of the failure comes to you. But then you possibly need to, or you want to, better yourself every day. So I think once you're in that mindset of failure, possibly the first thing you want to do is find someone to talk to. It's sharing. People give you ideas. It also, in my mind, clears out, good weather friends. So you have a lot of those good weather friends. When everything's hunky-dory, they're around you. And when things go south, they are not around. So you possibly want to have your mentors, your real friends, and write things down, talk to yourself, get out of it.
Very much, Rod. Please. Okay.
I think talking to people is key. It's key. It's having people to talk to, confidence to talk to. And it's also, I think I know that we live in an age of, you have to fake it till you make it. And that is important because in the fakery, if you're consistent, becomes the makery. But there's also a part of that, and you have to find that balance of being honest to yourself, right? But also honest in conversations to say things out and getting people to talk to. But I think also there's also a realization of there are bigger things happening in the world than what you're just going through. And acknowledge the privileged position that you sit in. I do that always to myself. When I get into this existential crisis in my head where I'm like, the whole world is falling apart, and I'm like, oh, and probably 20 people just died from a bombing. Right? So nobody died on the operating table of me not delivering this thing that I thought was going to change the world. It's not open heart surgery. I have 2 kids that love me. I still have a family. I have all of these things. So it's important to get perspective. This existential crisis that you're dealing with, if you see what's happening in the world around you, right? We talk about, oh, I'm last to my last money, blah, blah, blah. I can't do this, I can't do that. People are having fun, going for brunch or whatever else. I have to save. The reality is there are people that haven't eaten for 4 days. Right? So give that balance and give yourself grace, I think, sometimes. I think a lot of times we don't give ourselves grace. But it's also because we did a lot of the faking it till we make it. So we've put a lot of word out there like, oh, the next best thing since, the buzz, da. And are you still the shiznit? Absolutely. You woke up this morning. It's another day to do it better. So I think sometimes it's getting that balance of perspective. And I know when you get that balance of perspective, you're staring the world of humanity in its dark face and saying, this is what we've done to this world as humans. But give yourself grace and perspective and talk to people.
Thank you so much, Nina.
I'm actually going to just extend on what they've said, because one thing they both aligned on was talking to people. Now, I want to add some perspective to what talking to people really could be. Now, a lot of people are thinking, you got to pick up the phone and call somebody, or you got to meet somebody face to face. I want you guys to understand the power of this thing in my hand, right? Social media today has become your Harvard MBA. Anything and anyone you want to learn from. And again, a conversation is two ways, right? In a lot of cases. But sometimes a conversation is you shutting the hell up and listen to what somebody else has to say. Whether it's a mentor or a friend or a father or a brother, whatever that is. And if you don't have somebody, you know, you can actually sit down face to face with, you have videos, right? Now, you see those two gentlemen over there, these two smiley, cheeky little guys over there right now, Mehdi and Fahad. These two boys have transformed my perspective on the power of social media, right? To give you an idea, now, I've always been this radical, just not online, right? 3 months ago, I had 10,000 followers. Today, I have 54,000 followers, thanks to those two gentlemen. Right? All organic, not a single, okay, I paid them quite a lot of money, but nothing to Instagram or Facebook. Now, I'm not using that to brag about numbers. Again, 54,000 is not a crazy amount of number. No, it's about I'm now able to get a message across to a few more people the same way I've also listened and watched people who also had a message, right? So when you want to get your head out of there, the one side of having somebody, a mentor could be virtual, a mentor could be in person. The flip side of that now, to also extend on what Nina had mentioned, is we get to a point where we get so bloody hard on ourselves. You fucked up. Okay, so what? Are you dead? No, keep going. It's that simple. It's really that simple. And outlining, okay, I've done this, studying from mentors, going online, checking stories of whatever, whether it's true, whether it's bullshit, you never know. People just write whatever they want online nowadays, right? But just being able to see a story of how somebody else has been through what you've been through and how they've survived. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that's the way that's going to work for you, but that's one way. And if anything, it'll tell you one simple thing. It's possible to get out of your mess. That's it.
Thank you so much, Toya. Okay, so we're out of time. So I'm going to throw to the audience now. It will be a crime if I don't allow people to ask questions. And at the same time, we still need to give out our 30 minutes free session with the audience. For that particular giveaway, I just want to ask, is there anyone that's confident enough to tell me 3 things that each of the speakers said? Just 3 things that cuts across all the 3 speakers that you feel transformed your life or resonates with you. That lady's hand went up really fast, so I'm going
Sorry,
to
I got the mic
give her
here.
the chance.
It's too bad I got a mic.
Who gave you the mic without me saying you should give you the mic? Huh? Okay.
Good afternoon again. I want to do something, and I want to ask for your permission. Can I kindly ask everyone to be on their feet? Just for 1 second, please, if you don't mind. Thank you so much. Thank you for obliging. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I want you all to give yourself a hand of applause for just being here and succeeding in life. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You may have your seat, please. Now, just to go, I'm going to stand up and answer you. First and foremost, Nina, God bless you for being a woman, for being a Nigerian, for being African. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Toye, I've got a crush on you over social media. Okay, the crush is a good one. So I used to have an idea about who you are, and I went on one of your posts, and I was like, you've said something that resonates with you and a lot of people from your journey here in UAE. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, I think you remember this, where I said, not all fingers are equal. That's the girl right here. To say this and to meet you today and hear you speak, because you're one of the reasons why I came, because I wanted to be like, you know what? Is it all talk and no stuff? And truly you've delivered and beyond that. Sorry, I'm going to round up now. And to Mr. Raj, thank you for talking about being tenacious and just going forward and forward and forward. Now, I have a question. I know you said something about having 30 minutes, but I have a question, and that question goes to Miss Nina. I'm a young African Nigerian girl here in UAE, and I've been here for quite a while. I've gotten to a point where I said, you know what, I'm going to pack my bag and leave because this place ain't giving me what I want. But hearing you speak today, I want to ask you a favor. Can I please have that 30 minutes with you? Thank you.
She's shooting a shot. Let her.
So, you know what? Is Tim there? Tim, can you give her my number? Regardless, there's still the 30 minutes, but I'll talk to you.
Amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Amazing.
there you have it. Shoot
Okay.
your what? Shoot your. Don't go empty-handed. Though. This is called positioning for.
But
remember
I'm
that.
sorry, for this panel, I'm acting as the goalkeeper for shots. I will stop some shots. So let's give it to that lady. Yeah, the lady there.
In 1 minute, please. We are out of time. Thank you.
Okay, so the three things that really resonated with me today was, one was crazy is the new cool. Like, you have to be crazy enough to get your idea out of there. Then another one is relativity. When you see people that have gone through the things you go through and then they came out successful, that makes you, it gives you an edge, like, okay, I can do it too. Number three is when you own your identity. You don't have to pretend to be someone else or somewhere before you belong. Just be yourself and then you can get there.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give her a round of applause, please. I see a hand in the back, in the far back. Please, can we help pass the microphone, please? In the far back.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is IJ. So 3 things I have picked up today is firstly from Mr. Anyanwu. He said, there's no box. There is no box. There's no one rule that fits everything. Go out there and, just do it. There is no box. People will judge, just do you. Another thing from Miss Nina, she said, walk into the room like you're that girl. Like, don't judge yourself before they start judging you. Go in believing that you can do it, and you will do it. And also from Mr. Raj, he said, there's failure. But for me, what I got from him is, the failures are like practice. You've learned what not to do next time. And that's what he kept doing until he's wearing the hat of one of the biggest real estate, man in the country. So those 3 things I have.
Amazing. Let's give her a round of applause. Okay, just one more person. I want a guy this time. Okay.
Where the men are.
Yes, that's the man right here.
Damn, there's a lot of things that I learned today. They say that you walk in the room as a different person and you leave as a different person. So first thing which hit me the most is like you don't die from failing. Because everyone has a fear, okay, if I do this, I could be the other person, people will say something to me, whatever. Like they have this thing in their head. So the worst that came to my mind is like you don't die from failing. So that's something from you that I learned. Second thing from you is like you said that you worked from 8 to 8. So I feel like when you have more time in a space, you learn so much and then you can leverage it to whatever you would think you want. For example, it's knowledge, it's understanding of people, it's understanding of environment. So you learn something new with the time that you have. So it's not always the money that you get, it's also the information that you can buy. For you, I'm really proud of your journey and I wanted to give you a shout out.
Okay, let's give everyone that just spoke a round of applause. Okay, so with the power vested in me, I would like to award this 30-minute session with each of the speakers to IJ, the lady right there.
Whoa.
Let's give her a round of applause. Congratulations, IJ. Please use it judiciously. Yeah. Okay, so I want to thank our speakers. Thank you so much for giving us grace and speaking about such an important topic. I believe that the audience has learned so much. I personally learned a lot of things. If I would like to know if you would like to tell us what your social media handles are so the audience can follow you. You can follow me on _Nigerians in DXB. I run the Nigerians in Dubai community.
Okay, so Mashti, you're going to help me build my social media following because it's pitiful. So I have two. So N Olatoke on my IG, my personal IG, and All Africa Festival on the IG for the festival.
Is this on? Is this working? I just couldn't hear properly. Tony Anyanwu. I think the easiest thing for the spelling would be on the RTSS Dubai page. I believe we're all on there, right? I think that's probably the easiest thing. We'll probably have some collaboration posts and all that. That's probably the easiest way for you to locate the exact spellings. You're on there as well, right? It's perfect. So I think that's probably the best way to help everyone who wants to find any of us, if you care to.
So one final thing I want to do, and I just saw her walk into the room. So can everyone get up and give Mayowa Adegoke a round of applause? Because from meeting her to the journey that has taken us to get here. By the way, I'm biased. She's like in my sister circle, so I love her to bits. But this is amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, and with that, Nina has ended the session officially. So let's give all the speakers a round of applause, please. I'd like to ask the audience to just stand here so the photographers can just take a couple of pictures. Yes, that's right.
And while the pictures are going on, please do me the honors to just join me, please, one more time to celebrate as I bring Lady Mayowa to appreciate our speakers, please. Thank you. Lady Mayowa, can we have you?
So yes, Nina, it's wait, don't go, freeze. So Nina, I'm sorry, you're getting another certificate thing, right? Maybe next year we give cars, let's see. So as is our practice, we'll just give you a token of our appreciation. I was actually surprised when I saw speakers hanging this thing in their house. Literally, I was on the phone on Zoom with two people. Well, on Zoom with the house. I think I should get myself one and hang in my house too. So this is really from our hearts to you. Nina, sorry, second time around. But so let's start with Ifeanyi. A round of applause. Now. Thank you. And then Nina. Thank you. Here you go.
Time to our amazing panelists. So Scott, what did you learn from the panelists? A lot, right?
Pardon me?
What did you learn from?
A lot.
Okay, I'm not gonna get into detail. I'm super excited for the next session. Are you guys ready for the next session?
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the skills I have is karate. And that skill, I utilize it when my audience don't respond. And as you can see, luckily for me, you would see that I've removed my jacket. That is why I'm switching to, that is because I'm switching to my karate mode. Therefore, now, when I ask, if you don't answer, you don't want to say it anyways. So ladies and gentlemen, are you having a good time? Yes. Are we learning? Are we being positioned for success? Right? That's what we're here for. Anyways, just as you've seen, we've had CEOs out here, and we've heard from them. Now is the time, because we also have here today aspiring, upcoming people who are also on their way to becoming CEOs. If you're here today and you're entrepreneur or you're an aspiring entrepreneur, can I hear you make some noise, please?
I want to see them.
I like that. Whoo, thing. Do it again. Let's have it. Awesome. And the person who is going to be, leading us in that is
Gift Solomon.
Miss Gift Solomon, ladies and gentlemen. Please make welcome for her.
Right,
and by the way, please be ready. The microphone can be passed to you at any point. So make sure your pitch is ready. Make sure you know exactly what you want to pitch when the microphone comes to you.
Yes,
Miss
I'd
Gift
like the
Solomon,
feminine one. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The road to success is the journey, not destination. Do we agree with that? So this leads me to my next question. How's the journey going today? How's it going? How's the journey going? Because I, for one, I came into this room today a different person. And right now, halfway through the event, I'm already learning a lot. And this section that we just had was amazing. I saw myself doing like this, gifts. So my toes were literally on the floor because I hear a lot of things that I personally actually believe in. The word Nina said, she said, fake it till you make it. A lot of people will be like, don't fake stuff. Sometimes you have to fake stuff to get into the right room. And for you to be listened to, you need to be this person. Naturally, some people will go into a room and they'll be like, oh, okay, I want to be myself. And I believe in that word, be who you are. If you cannot be who you are, where you are, change where you are, not who you are. So I like the section that we just got into. It's called the business pitch. And I wanted, when I was coming, I wrote down, I was like, I was going to personally call it shoot your shot. But surprisingly, all my hosts, they've been shoot your shot in my mind. Stop saying it. I wanted to make it look unique and sound unique. So, guys, it's a time for us to shoot our shot. And I'll go first because I see that there are a lot of CEOs, investors, employers in the room today, and it's something we don't get to see all the time because, to be honest, seeing all those beautiful and amazing faces, it's rare in one room. You probably will meet them outside or on the gram or on TikTok. You won't be able to say hello, but right now we're in the room and we have the opportunity for them to listen to us and know what we sell. So yeah, my name is Gift Priya Solomon, AKA GPS. I run a travel company. I'm the UAE's first female delivery rider. Currently one of the 75 faces of the UAE, and I also run a real estate company. And if you want to sell travels or you want to buy travels, contact me. All right, so yeah. I also believe in proper preparation prevents poor performance. That is why this section is very important. You have to be ready. So my entrepreneurs in the house, are you guys ready? Are you ready? I usually tell my friends, pimp yourself, prepare yourself, because I don't want to recommend you to someone and then you fail me, because indirectly, if you're failing, I am the one that failed because I recommended you. So right now, we're going to be giving the mic to 10 people. Guys, who knows what I want to say? Shoot. Guys, I want you to repeat. Guys, shoot your shots. So right now, I'm going to be passing the mic. How many entrepreneurs do we have in the house? Not just entrepreneurs. There are people that are looking for jobs. Guys, I just told you guys now. There are employers in the room. How many entrepreneurs and people that are looking for jobs or people that need investment or investors is in the room? If you're here, raise up your hand. I see a lot. You push, don't forget, my hands were raised up as well. Don't forget. All right, so where do I start? I'll need someone to help me with the mic. Now I'm trying to be biased. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces, but I'll try to go to the people that I actually don't know first. So yeah, the lady in the middle. So we have 1 minute in this section. I'll be timing every one of us 1 minute to shoot your shot and shoot it well.
Hi, my name is Olaomi. I am the CEO of Wumsi Jewelry. I sell good jewelries, and I'm also into data science. I'm a data science analyst.
That was less than 1 minute. Are you sure that's all you have? You are in this room, you shot your shot like that. But that was great. She's doing amazing. Guys, I'm sure we want to connect with her. Who's the next person? Next person. Amazing.
Good afternoon. My name is Alexia. I'm a singing attorney. I write contracts. So if you here need someone to write a partnership agreement, NDA, MOU, that is me. I'm also into tourism. So if you have anybody coming rated, that is me. But most of all, don't forget me. I'm a singing attorney, and I can write all of your contracts to make sure that your intellectual property and your partnership are thoroughly secured. Hire me today. I'm here. Thank you.
That is what we call shooting your shots. She even came to the front. Because, guys, you don't understand. A closed mouth is a closed but it's fine. Can you hear over there?
I own a salon in Dubai, in Dera. I'm the one that make Beyonce, when they came to Dubai for this Royal Atlantis, I'm the one that styled their hair.
Amazing. That's what we're talking about. She's dropping names. She's dropping names, guys. Okay, so who else is going? Who else is going? Okay, let's have a guy.
Hey guys, my name is Henry. I work in the real estate market in Abu Dhabi. I'm a sales manager. So if you have any need for properties, if you want to buy off-plan, ready properties, just give me a call and yeah, let's work together. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. People like shots. So see the way everyone is raising up their hands. Okay, so let me see the hands again. Who's ready to shoot their shot? And the problem right now is if I don't pick my friends that I know, they will ask me later. But anyways, we'll see outside. But for now, let me give it to this lady.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Who here is following the Road to Success Dubai Instagram page? Okay, do you have the, what's this called? The brochure with you? Okay, if you have it, can you just turn to the Meet the Team page? Okay, the second person there, my name is Deborah Amici. I run a social media agency. What I do primarily is I create content for your brand. So you basically focus on making money. I do the content creation, the social media management, online customer service. I also would handle your digital transformation in the sense that I could take your business from being just an offline business, create a website for you, create a Google business page for you, and position you properly so that when your customers search for you, they can find you. So you need to hire me like right now, not even today, like right now. Thank you.
That is how to use a good 1 minute. I expect you to come prepared. All right.
Here.
So let's have some guys.
We have a guy right here.
Okay.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing?
Great.
By the way, I just want to say that I really appreciate the energy in this room. It's very, very high, and it's amazing. So my name is Yazan. I'm a breathing coach. I'm a breath coach, and basically what I do is I take people on a journey, on a breathing journey. It usually takes like an hour, and what happens during the journey is that whatever comes up, either past traumas or limiting beliefs, during this journey, these things will come up, and you guys will have a chance to let that go forever, and you will be basically living a new life. You will transform your life to a new. You will have many opportunities. You'll be taking new opportunities. You will be basically having a great life. So
amazing.
If you guys want to have a session with me, one-on-one session, or possibly even a group session.
Amazing, amazing. I'm taking you up on that, by the way. I'm going to need that section. Maybe after the event, we'll talk. So guys, you already know what it does. Who else is willing to shoot their shot and ready?
Ladies
Guys.
and gentlemen.
See, that is shooting your shot. You already took the mic.
Ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Okay, my name is Sheikh Papi. If you are just meeting me for the first time, by the grace of God, I'm a pastor. Sorry, I forgot. I do MCs. I do events. I do destination events. I'm an international MC and comedian. By the grace of God, I'll be in the US very soon for events for 2 months. So for December and January, I'm booked. From subsequently, please get my number.
Amazing.
I'll be available anytime.
It's the calmness for me. It's the calmness for me. Does anyone know Sheikh Papi? He is not always this calm, but he's shooting his shot and he needs us to understand and hear him. So he's being calm. So yes, thank you. All right, so next I'll give you the mic.
I need to go outside.
Oh, okay.
Yes, let them see me. Hi everyone. My name is Simbiat. I'm a makeup artist. I know I'm not representing right now. but I've been working all day to make so many faces look very beautiful. That's why I look this way. I am a makeup artist. I make faces very beautiful, but aside making people beautiful, I sell confidence. I don't just sell beauty. I make people very confident. When you walk up into any room, people have to stare. So that is what I do. I'm also a beauty influencer. Please check the Mutual Sponsors page on your brochure. The second one is a QR code. That will take you to my Instagram account. So you see all the beautiful things I do. Recently, I was opportune to glam Akon's wife. And I have a vast, very large list of clients I've worked on. You need to work with me. Book with me, Oasis Dubai Makeup Artist. For your wife, for your child, for yourself, for your event. I do for bridals. Book with me today. Thank you so much.
Amazing. If I didn't do my makeup, I would have gone outside for you to do mine, but later though. All right, so who else is shooting their shots? Okay, the lady over there on red. Oh. There you go. 1 minute, okay?
Thank you. Finally. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is GB. I'm a fashion designer. This is actually my brand I'm wearing. I make Nigerian-owned brand, basically. I make suits for both men and women. I make agbadas, kaftans, boo-boos for the ladies, casuals. The shirt as well I'm wearing is from my brand. Corporate shirts and pants, basically. Clothing, casuals, your joggers, your hoodies. So yes, please patronize the brand. Let's support our Nigerian-owned brands. Thank you so much.
By the way, she's my friend, and what I'm wearing right now, the suit. Who loves the suit, by the way? She made it. Okay, so please send IDM, contact her. Who else is shooting their shots? Shoot your shot, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Harry. One behind there, when you check the team, you would see Experienced Africans. That's my channel. My idea is to inspire, motivate, and also educate Africans who are moving to the UAE and beyond. I have a brand I've just created. It's still in incubation. It's called Creatives. And the idea is to connect creative minds. Whatever you do, whether you are a content creator, a designer, a chef, whatever you do, is to connect people globally where you can find investors and you can also find people who can partner with you to build your brand. So many people have ideas, but they lack the resources. Some people have resources but lack ideas. So I want to connect this group of people in one platform called Creatives, and I'm hoping to be on NAS.io so I can have this community of people. So if you're interested, please write your number here, and I'm sure we're going to get to the skies. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I'll pick two more people. Two more, okay. Ooh. Okay, you know, because we've been taking a lot of ladies, I'll take one guy before you and then we finish, okay?
Hi guys. So my name is, well they call me Eco. I should take it down. Is that cool? All right, cool. So that's a bit worrying because I'm a music producer, so for you to be all right, anyway. My name is thank you, my brother. My name is Eco, and I'm a certified audio engineer. I got my degree in Dubai from SAE in 2016, and I've worked with the likes of Wiz Khalifa, J. Cole, and all of that. So if you know anyone who is interested in making music, I'm your guy. You know, I've also worked with Universal Music. I've worked with Sony Music here and there. I've worked with people like Chipmunk in the UK, and this is me just shooting my shot. So here we go. If you need ads as well, if you need to make ads, I manage a music production and video production company. I'm your guy. Amazing. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you very much. So the last person, the lady with the mic. I think your mic is off.
Okay, I'm Mrs. Ken. They call me Madam Bubbles. I own a restaurant in Charger, in Kashmir, African restaurant. I know most of you stay in Dubai, but distance is not a barrier. Thank you.
Hello, quick one, last one. Yeah, so my name is Nino Ete. I'm from Ghana. I'm a
I'm an amazing graphic designer. Back in 2017, the president of Ghana invited all diasporans to come to Ghana to help develop, and I was in charge of the branding. And from then, it became Year of Return, and every December, Ghana is a must-go destination. I'm the one you need in your contact. Let's
Amazing, amazing. Thank you very much.
You don't want to pick me. I've been raising my hand since.
I have been
okay,
told
yes.
we're running
My name
late.
is Dami. Please, we have one of the biggest restaurants in Dubai, bigger African restaurant. Food is important. Please come. She's my mother, she's my sponsor, and she's my boss. Please come to our restaurant. Thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you guys very much. Everybody that has shot their shot today, don't just shoot your shot and expect people to come to you. Follow up. When the event is done, you can stand outside, connect with people, talk to people, and cement the foundation that you set already, okay? Okay, thank you guys. It's your favorite girl, GPS, signing out. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. I love the energy. Give it up to her one more time, ladies and gentlemen. So if we have time in the end, I see so many of you want to still pitch their businesses. Stay around. At the end of this, we'll probably have more time to pitch. So we would like to invite Lady Mayowa. If you're ready.
Okay, moving forward, one of the first things I would like us to do would be to celebrate one of the people that has impacted us today, and that is Mr. Christian Romer. I would like for us to celebrate him. Please celebrate him as he comes forward. The organizers of today's event would like to appreciate him by, showing their token of appreciation. And the person that is going to be delivering this appreciation is no other than the co-founder of Arc Goke Interactive in person of Mr. Timileyin Adekoke. Ladies and gentlemen, celebrate him, please. He is one of the key people to the success of this event. So let me hear the applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you.
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Christian. Thank you. So I have been told that we have jollof rice. I wish you had the same energy before. Like, you guys want me to talk about food, huh? There is chicken. The only Nigerian food I know is jollof rice and plantain. So the food is ready. This is the best news for today, right? Exactly. We as foodies love good news about food. So we are going to break off for lunch. And when we come back, we're going to have two amazing sessions, actually. And then we'll have another opportunity to pitch our businesses. So I am told that the lady standing at the door there will direct you. The food is being served. She's waving right now. Wave. Yeah, she will direct you where the food is being served. It's downstairs. We have 1 hour. Use this time to connect and network with everyone, talk to everyone. This is the 1 hour that you have, and then we will come back. We hope to see you back in here at exactly 2 p.m. Enjoy your lunch. Before we go, can we get a word of prayer for the food? Do we have someone to say a word? Here.
Thank you, God, for the food. Thank you, God, for the hands that made them. Bless the hands that made them. Bless the hands that will serve them. As we eat it, we shall nourish our bodies and use it for the greater good. Amen.
Amen. Bon appetit, guys.
Mic check, mic check. Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? Yes, please, let's do this at lunch, okay? We need to go for lunch right now. Thank you. So just grab that person you're talking to and grab a table downstairs. Do it over.
Time for lunch, please. Just as we're having our conversations, don't forget it's very important. Don't forget it's very important that you present your lunch vouchers when you are getting your lunch. So, food time, food time, food time. Hop on it. It's part of the package, it's part of the thing to pay for. So enjoy the 360 booth also as you enjoy your lunch. Thank
you. 1, 2. How the mic with this one? They reduced it now. This is the mic, Abby. They reduced it. Check them now.